Across the continent of Greater Banya, peoples of all walks of life share a common sense. A sense that something is approaching. What it is remains a secret to most, but they can feel it. Rumors of sickness spread in the south. A mountain flies in the west. An army of living flame marches through the desert sands, leaving a line of glass as their trodden path. Yes, these are the troubles set to welcome a god into this world. The Helot, the lidless eye, god of the searing light. She approaches and will not be deterred. However, a few know of her coming and prepare. A deadly and cunning thief, a champion of the mountain tribes, a cleric of chaos, a brilliant artificer, and a scarred soul whose past is catching up with him. Can these individuals save the rest? Can they kill a god? Can they save their friend? Can they each finally find a home? Let us together read the final chapters of these heroes. I imagined the one was silent that came after two. My bad. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Goats and Dragons, the stream where Helpful Goat Gaming plays Dungeons and Dragons, a game of shared storytelling where I try to dress my friends up in silly costumes and make them prance around a ball. I'm Andrew Gilbert, but tonight I'm your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, and I'm not alone. With me, as always, is Galway playing the Tiefling Sorcerer Charity.
Good. I'm glad that it managed to have the audio of Rachel laughing over the infinite inky blackness. That's the energy that I really can use this stream. Hello, everybody. My name's Galway Trainer. I'm the program director of Helpful Goat. My pronouns are he, him, his, and I play Charity, whose pronouns are also he, him, his.
We also have Adam playing the halfling rogue Burbage Kemp.
Hello, everybody. Adam here. My pronouns are he, him, his. Burbage's pronouns are he, him, his. And Burbage and I are both on time tonight.
Yes.
And not passed out in bed, worrying my friends needlessly. How about that?
How about that? We also got Lena playing the Goliath Barbarian Stormbringer.
Hi, my pronouns are she, her, hers, and so are Stormbringers.
Rachel playing the gnomish artificer Clem Garrick.
Got a last name now.
Got a last name now.
Hi, I'm Rachel, and both Clem and I use she, her, hers.
And Darcy playing the tiefling cleric Hakari Demarian.
Hello, my pronouns are they, them, theirs, and Hakari's are she, her, hers. Still don't have a song this week. I kind of got off track there for a while, so hopefully during Halloween, October season, I'll think up a couple.
Ooh, sounds spoopy. I love it. So, welcome to our live recording of the podcast Goats and Dragons. We now have 3 podcasts feeds, and you're welcome to get those wherever you get your podcasts. We have Goats and Dragons, which is our long-form 1 through 20 campaign, which is huge and lots of content. We have the World of Tyr in our second podcast feed, which is Helpful Goat Presents, and that's awesome. Galway DMs the World of Tyr there, which is I've been trying to find a good way to describe it. To me, it's like an intertwined campaign full of one-shots and sort of a main storyline so far in Tyr Moontree Isle. It's just it's a mishmash.
I've heard a
but
lot
it's
of
all the same story and world almost.
I've heard some people refer to them as mega campaigns, but I don't tend to like that term because it tends to mean like multiple campaigns that are running in parallel. Like if if all of those groups were just going in there, I always just sort of think of it as a meta campaign.
Now recording.
Good. The bear is here.
Also true.
Sorry that the overlay just freaked all the way out.
Fuck you, Greg.
What if we said pastiche campaign?
I don't think that has good implications.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then no, then I guess that's fine. It's an awesome campaign either way. And you need to check that out on Helpful Goat Presents. And then we have our feed Dom and Dragons, where we played Dungeons and Dragons with actor Dominic Monaghan. And that's a blast and it's fun, and he was very new to the game. So if you are new to the game, that's an interesting place to start. You can probably get a lot of the tips along with Dom himself. Excellent. So, Goey, would you mind talking about our first Twitch command !donate?
Yeah, we like to highlight causes that are important, timely, etc. And right now we are highlighting with !donate a link to Hope for Haiti in the wake of political turmoil, earthquakes, tropical storm season, which is increasingly dire in the Caribbean and sort of the southeastern United States. As someone who was born and raised in Florida, like these systems are much more severe than they ever have been before. So Hope for Haiti is a charity that has very well rated by Charity Navigator. They provide lots of different types of services, but as always, we encourage you to, if you have the time, if you have the emotional energy, and if you have the financial and emotional resources, take some time, learn about it. And if that's not the charity you want to, we always encourage you to look for one that speaks to you, that's well rated, etc. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. If you like what we do and would like us to do more, and do it somewhat professionally, you can support us a couple ways. One, the command !KO-FI or coffee in the chat will get you a link to our coffee page where you can toss a few bucks our way, and all that just goes straight to our programming and running our Discord, running our community essentially. And the other way is !merch with an M. You can type that in and get a link to our merch page and buy some Helpful Goat merchandise. We have campaign-specific things in there, as well as a featured artist series. And I believe Chelsea is the current featured artist, and you can get a couple... I think you can get the print on several different things, but you can also buy a print of the art just itself, as well as and any sort of money you put toward that mainly goes to the artists themselves.
All profits go to Chelsea.
All profits, not just mainly.
Also, Rachel's cam has become the art that you get, which you can get on your choice of a notebook, a print, or a tote bag.
It's beautiful. Thanks again, Chelsea, for doing that. Yeah. And if you like us as people and want to hang out with us and do things we do, you can type !Discord in the chat, and that will give you a link to join our Discord, where we spend most of our social time nowadays. We've been watching movies. We're playing games. We also like to play D&D on stream with our community, and we pull essentially from our Discord for that. So if you want to get involved in any of that, !Discord in the chat. And hopefully we're seen and heard, which might mean it's time for Chelsea's poem. I don't want to assume it's there. I just assume it's there. Would anyone want to read it?
I'll read it.
Thank you, Adam.
No need for secret codes or whispers to be respected. Vagelter is as much of a shithole as expected. Now the fate of quests and reunions hang in the balance like a dance at tonight's ball. This tale of twirling enchantment continues to captivate and enthrall. Let's hope for a world where centaurs can wear boots and expression can be free. Much love, Fates of Rin crew. Your face... Shit. I was doing so good.
You were doing so good.
Your voices I hear and faces I see. I should have just rolled with it. I should have just said, your faces I hear and voices I see. That would have been a bottom from Midsummer Night's Dream moment, if ever there was one. Thank you, Chelsea. I'm sorry I fucked it up.
I don't think Chelsea expected perfection from us, sadly. But I love it. Yes, thanks, Chelsea, so much. You're amazing. So, maybe we do a quick recap of what happened last time and set about a whole new adventure here tonight.
A whole new adventure. A whole new tale for Andy to DM. Come on, Lena, pick it up. No, are we not doing this? Okay.
I'm not good at improvising songs. I just say the word cat over and over.
Well, there is a cat on Rachel's webcam, so that's appropriate.
So anyway, last time on Fates of Rin, we began with part of the family, Charity, Stormbringer, and Clem, who had just gotten into Vagelter, where they believe their friends are being kept, and Stormbringer got a ping from a magical item that Burbage Kemp had fallen and dropped to 0 hit points. Because of the magical item and Stormbringer's connection to it, she was able to activate it and actually save Burbage's life there. Theoretically unbeknownst to his captors. The family then went to the docks district and were looking for the Benaventura household to see if they might find someone there that could help them. It seems though the household fell apart over the years. The father of the house left for war a long time ago. The mother once disappeared then after asking a few questions about the father, and the daughter was helped to find a way out of Vagelter entirely and onto a new life. They realized all of this by meeting someone named, well, they said their name was Gavin, a half-orc looking fella, very thin, who took them into a basement and was able to talk freely without any of the magics of the city listening in on their conversation. During that conversation, they also then realized that maybe a way into the keep, where perhaps there's a way to their friends, could be through this ball that was happening tonight. Or, at that point, tomorrow night. But tonight in game. And they seem to agree, the family seemed to agree that would be a good way to do it. They paid him 500 gold pieces in order to do this. And
I also paid him a couple hundred extra.
Also a couple hundred
for
extra.
Anything else he could
sure.
find, documents, etc.
Yeah, very good. And he's going to procure those tickets and leave them at the front of that establishment about noon on the next day. Meanwhile, Burbage and Hakari were dealing with something pretty intense. It looked for a moment like Burbage had died, and he was thrown back into the cell with Hakari this time. However, Burbage wasn't dead, and he and Hakari Hakari mostly, started to plot a new way out of the cell. Hakari, at one point, after asking a few people to come in and talk to her, because she was distraught about the death of Burbage, turned into a werebear. The color around her neck did seem to grow with the werebear, meaning that still it was attached and Hakari can't use spells. However, as a werebear, Hakari was able to quickly dispatch of the person questioning them, terrify the other guard in the hallway, who dropped their sword and tried to scurry away. And then Burbage, while riding werebear Hakari, Hakari grabbed one of the swords off the ground and seemed to dispatch that guard. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, that's where we're going to pick up tonight. So we're going to begin tonight with Burbage and Hakari.
So really quick,
Yes.
I want to ask
Please.
Burbage this. I want to ask if this is appropriate. What I'm thinking. I'm sort of thinking that as you're on my back, you're just kind of high pitched screaming the whole time, like as I'm like killing and disemboweling people, like kind of like that.
You just disemboweled that guard, Hakari. Oh, look at it. Oh, get closer. There's a smell. Oh my God, Hakari. That was brutal. I've been part of this campaign for like 2.5 years, and that's one of the most brutal things I've seen. There's this sweater knitted into my body. What the fuck is happening? Is it, Andy?
It is, yeah.
He also still
knitted.
doesn't know that Hakari has graffitied his face.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So so the third scream is
Kenai.
us passing like a mirror or something. I'm like, Hakari, classic. What's it say? Dick 4 times. I like it, and I like it.
Can I talk when I'm half werebear?
Yes.
Okay.
You just sound grumbly.
That's what I say.
So for all intents and purposes, she can't talk.
I mean,
Right?
you just have a grumbly
No, she
voice.
can, but yeah, the voice
I-
is grumpy.
She's just
know,
like 3 octaves down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is different from when she was a full-on bear.
correct.
I'm hybrid. So
I see.
that's why I can carry the sword.
The art for which in Werebear Token, to be fair, is very much just looks like a bear that's standing on its hind legs.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
as obvious as with like the Were Tigers and some of the others.
Gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, you got me to scream. Well done, Darcy. What else do you want from me?
I just wanted to see if that was what was happening.
Oh yeah, it's definitely what's happening. Which is unfortunate because we are breaking out of a prison.
We're just warning people the seconds before they get gnawed to death by me. Yes, I
So-
said gnawed.
Yeah. So you've dispatched of the guard that came, and you knew this guard named Gilly because they've been around for the last few weeks. You've now killed Gilly. You have a sword in your hand, Hakari. You see torches on the wall up ahead. The hallway turns to the right out of this little cell area that you've been kept, and you know that this is you understand. Though you were blindfolded every time you were taken out of your cell, you know that you've always turned right to leave the place. So, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna take one of the torches down from the wall.
Okay,
So I have a sword in one hand and a torch.
gotcha.
Make our way out as best as possible.
Hakari.
Yes.
Maybe. Oh God. Do you think maybe our things are somewhere? Do you think maybe there's some sort of healing potion somewhere? Because I've got to tell you, I feel like complete shit right now.
Let's go look for our stuff.
Okay.
I love
I don't know. Is that my voice?
I love it. It's
I
perfect.
need Bear Kari to have a conversation with in disguise Stormbringer.
Yes.
That's why I was like, do I sound too much like Stormbringer?
No, that's
I can't tell.
perfect.
No, you're great.
I love that those things are happening in parallel.
As you just sort of feel the quiet of this place kind of descend and sort of hang heavy in the air around you, as you pass the cell on your left, you hear a clang, and an arm reaches out through the bars toward you. Please take us with you. Take us with you. Free us from this place.
They're asking to murder us with a sword. Like, did they? Okay, sorry. Just go.
I was like, who sticks their arm through the bars towards the bear? That's a bad choice.
Are they grabbing the bear's arm or Burbage's arm?
Bear and you are out of reach, so they're just kind of grabbing toward you.
Okay, so who's in the?
Who is it?
Yeah, like tell me what I see. Like who's in the cell? And they're like,
So
let us.
yeah, so you look over and you see, barely lit by the torchlight that you're carrying, a really old wizened elf, very thin. You can see bones sort of protruding almost out of the skin, and he looks pretty weak.
Hey, pal, are you
Yes.
sure you haven't lost the will to live? I mean, what would you be escaping to exactly?
I have a family and children and grandchildren and a life. What do you mean? What would I be escaping?
I see just
Do old
Galway,
people really have anything to live for?
Galway and Rachel just being like, "Wow, holy shit!" on the webcams. I just mean, you look pretty worn down, and if you haven't lost the will to live, that's seriously impressive, and I applaud you for that. And we should probably help him out, Hakari. Don't you
Can
think
I-
so?
Take the sword and like I don't know, like, go roar at the lock, and how do I get him out?
You could try to intimidate the lock. Yeah. you
No,
can
I'm not trying to
roll.
intimidate it. I'm taking the sword and like, can I like slash through the
You want to
lock
attack
or
the
something?
lock with the sword? Sure. Give me an attack roll.
I don't know. I don't
Can
know
I-
if I have special bear power.
Special bear
Called
power.
teeth.
Can I retroactively say that I searched the shredded body of the guard for, I don't know, keys?
There's also the tall guy.
Yeah, there was the tall guy that was asking questions that was immediately eviscerated.
Burbage. Wait, is one of them more eviscerated than the other?
Yeah, one was stabbed with a sword, one was slashed across the
I
belly.
was gonna say it was the tall dude was the one that got opened like a can of biscuit dough.
But they're right around the corner. Like you've only gone 20 feet basically, so you can go back.
Yeah,
and
okay,
search
we
them
can
with
go
them.
back.
Well, no. While Hakari swings the sword at the lock, Burbage will just drag himself painfully back to find keys.
Okay. Did you give me an attack roll, Hakari?
You didn't ask for one, so
Oh, sorry.
no. What am I with this? With my sword? Is it my sword?
Sure.
Oh, I don't have my sword.
Your bear has like an attack weapon.
Oh crap!
So if you go to your Hakari werebear sheet. Yeah.
So, what am I using? Because it only great demonic sword. That
Yeah, that's your That'll
I can't
do for
roll
now.
it though. How do I roll it?
You click on the name.
Oh, okay.
Lovely.
That do anything?
Yep, it comes out on my end. Yeah,
I don't see it.
You hit hard. We'll just make it a damage roll here. You definitely hit it hard, and a chunk of metal starts to ting and fly off of it. Do you want to keep kind of at it a few times?
Yeah, I'm just like "Ah!" like that.
Okay, yeah, you're making a lot of noise.
Yep.
Burbage, you get back to this tall fellow who has a dagger under his cloak, 15 gold pieces on him, but no keys.
Can't believe I didn't immediately search this body earlier. I'm in so much pain, it's so distracting. All right, Burbage, you can do this. It's a dead body. All you have to do is lift the dagger and these 15 pieces of gold. And it's fine. Can I roll sleight of hand against the corpse?
Yes, I guess you don't have to. What are you trying to slight?
Just
Are
the
you trying to be-
dagger and the gold.
Are you trying to be super quiet about it?
Burbage just like practicing
Gotcha.
being Burbage and being alive again.
I thought he
Gotcha.
was. I just thought he was trying not to touch the viscera.
Also, yeah.
Yeah, that
So
works too.
your nimble fingers still feel like they have a bit of life in them, Burbage, and you're able to very deftly take the dagger and the gold from this person. And then you hear "Roar, ting, tang," and then from somewhere further in, shouts of "Hey, hey, what's that? Hey, hey!" You hear this too, Bearkari.
What? They heard us?
Burbage drags himself back to Bearkari. Wait, no, he searches the other guard too, the other Viscera.
All right. Looking through this person, it's very obvious they have a ring of keys on their side. They have some other stuff if you want to give me like an investigation roll. But if you're just very quickly grabbing keys. A 10. You don't find too much more than, just clothes, a bit of armor. There's a shield still on the ground that's about as tall as you, but not much else.
All right, well, I got the keys. The last person had 15 gold, you said?
Yes.
All right, I had that. So now I have a dagger and some keys. I wonder if I should gather a bit of this viscera to give to Clem when I see her. Bet she'd like that. I'm gonna tear off a piece of cloth and use it as a little knapsack for some viscera to take to Clem as a gift.
Okay.
She doesn't have a whole lot of human viscera, so
Good.
So at this, a
Charity
guard
feels good
turns
about that.
the corner, Bearkari. You come face to face with them. The individual slinks back further in his cell, scared. And this guard sort of pulls out their long sword and just stares you down. Back to your cell. Whatever you are.
I go, "Ah!" and just run at him. With the torch going like this, and
Yeah.
just stabbing at him and waving them and making myself as big as possible.
All right, you rush up to him. Give me an attack roll.
With
Your sword. The
Okay.
Bearkari form. 15. Yeah, 15 hits. For 14 slashing damage. As you rush by him, you swing your sword as hard as you can. You cut him in half. And throw part of his body just forward.
Can it do the thing where he looks fine and then slowly he slides apart?
Sure, you rush past him for a moment and you see his body then on the ground. The two halves sliding apart a
But
bit.
is this a Darth Maul or a Frieza situation? Which direction?
I'm liking Darth Maul. Yeah.
Well,
An angle.
while Akari's taking care of him, Burbage will have gone to the cell. And can I just do a quick insight check on this elderly elf to see if I can trust him?
Sure. With a 21 insight, he seems scared, hungry, a little feral, more so than probably in his youth. It's hard to get much else out of him other than he's very genuinely wanting to get out of here.
Yeah, Burbage isn't one to not try to help somebody escape from jail when he gets the chance. So he'll let him out.
All right, you go to unlock the door, and the lock is entirely damaged. You can't even get the key in the lock.
Oh man, is this?
Jesus Christ, Bear Hakari.
Oh, Henry. Does that work? Is this a gift of the Magi situation? Not quite, but you know what I'm saying.
Did she give you a broken lock while you gave her and cut off all your... No, I'm stopping.
A bunch of keys.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, Bearkari, do you want to hit this a couple more times with your sword?
What happened to the Oh, I sliced him in half. Yeah, that's right. I literally forgot. Yeah, Yes, I'll do that. I can't tell what I rolled. It's not even letting me look at some of this.
No, it's fine. Yeah, it's sending it straight to me. You rolled a 14 for 17 damage as you rush over, trying to break the lock again. On your way, rushing over, you just felt an incredibly intense cold around you. And
Great.
It just, even in your giant bear fur, shivers to your bones. But as you get closer to Burbage, that seems to go away.
Okay, so did the lock come open?
It did not. You broke it more.
Try it one more time.
Please. All right, a 14 to hit. Hits the lock, doing 12 slashing damage. It's nearly broken. Nearly broken.
Okay. Should I try one more time?
Well,
Can I keep doing that? Let me guess, something's gonna happen before I can.
Could I get the both of you to make wisdom saving throws, please?
No. Just kidding.
Ooh. I just recently gained proficiency in wisdom saving throws
Oh.
because of my slippery mind features. That's cool. All right, I'll roll.
What'd I roll, Andy?
Jesus Christ.
27 and a 25. That certainly beats the DC. You hear like a faint buzzing in like your brain almost, and then it fades very quickly. And you are not sure how or why, but you feel like you dodged a bullet there. You have no idea where it came from either.
Cool.
All right. Do you want to give me another attack?
Yeah.
Burbage is looking around, trying to see where that came from.
Okay.
Or if he can sense the presence of somebody nearby.
All right. A 17 hits and 8 more slashing damage. The lock entirely shears off of the bars itself, and the door starts to swing open slowly. However, this person is still very much scared of something and is now cowering in the back of his cell. You can now see your breath in the air.
See, I think he just realized he has nothing to escape to. It's kind of sad.
I think he's just scared.
And
Oh, whatever's going on with this cold stuff. I don't know. I heard a buzzing in my brain and... Okay, that's becoming too much Stormbringer. Sorry.
Burbage,
I
as
heard
you
a
look
buzzing in my
around...
brain. I don't know what it was.
Sorry to interrupt, but as you then look around Burbage, the body of Gilly back here starts to kind of lurch on the ground a little bit. And then bursting out of... This is a very gory episode. Bursting out of this guard on the ground, you see some sort of
Fucking Goholians.
blue horned demon-like figure on all fours and it growls at you and then raises up off the ground to about 7 feet tall.
Yeah, all right. We did our due diligence. We helped the guy. That's really all we owed him. So Burbage hops on Berkari and we're getting out of here.
So Burbage, you hop on to Berkari, and Berkari, you turn to start to leave, and now in front of you, kind of slithering and clacking out of the body of the guard you bisected is this sort of bony creature with wings of bone. It is very large, taking up almost the entire hallway in front of you.
Wait, but the guards that we killed were behind us. We were on our way out when we found the cell. There's an exit. There's a way out, right?
There was also one between the two of you that Bearkari ran by, chopped in half, and then came back.
Oh, that one just now is where.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
not
dear.
Not the other one way back in the cell, but
Oh shit!
I give a bear smile, whatever
and
that
I need
looks
you both
like.
to roll initiative, please.
Oh no, I can't. I've got 1 hit point.
Don't get hit.
Yeah, just stay on my back.
Become one with the bear armor.
Wait, we're rolling initiative. So do
Yeah.
I click on the bear or Hakari?
Click on the bear and then roll the bear's initiative in there. There's a little dice initiative next to armor class.
Wait, on the bear sheet or on Hakari sheet for initiative? I can't hear you.
The berry sheet, yes.
Okay. Where? What? There's not initiative on here.
Do you see the little dice next to armor class that says INIT?
Oh. Did that?
That worked. That's a 9.1.
This is bad.
All right.
I need to stop having fun in D&D and start strategizing. This is a real problem. I've got a problem. Are you guys gonna have an intervention for me at some point?
No.
Burbage is screaming?
fun.
Just because Darcy said Burbage screamed, I had him scream?
I
fuck am I
asked if that's
doing?
what was happening.
Yeah, it's not your fault. I could have easily said no. Darcy, I'm gonna take this seriously. I didn't. Now I'm gonna die. Burbage is gonna
You just-
die.
Eviscerate someone and then go running after someone else, growling and screaming like a bear with a sword. So
Okay.
yeah, I think you were screaming
All right.
because 2 seconds before you were almost dead.
So the sort of blue horned creature completely disappears from your vision. And then Werebear Hakari, it is your turn.
I guess I'll go to the big bone guy.
The big bone guy. All right.
And I'll attack with my.
Okay. As you step forward, you feel something clamp onto your back leg. As what appears then, this blue figure has gotten back down on all fours and bitten like your hamstring. It does 12 damage to you.
I don't know how many hit points I have as a bear.
You have 135.
Okay. So
I
am
can
I
just keep
keeping
track
track
for
of this or are you doing it? Okay.
Yep, you're at 123.
Thank you. Okay.
And
Well, that would
Burbage,
hurt.
your turn. That stopped you in your tracks. You weren't able to continue. I suppose if you wanted to, Bearcar, you could turn around and swing at this guy. on
Yeah,
the
couldn't I
ground.
since I got attacked?
Yeah.
I would just. Okay, so should I do another roll or will the roll of the sword count?
Oh no, that counts. Yeah. So
Okay.
you did 8 slashing damage to it. Very nice. And I think that's about all Bearcari can do. Burbage.
So there are two creatures, 2 demonic creatures we're dealing with.
Yes.
The one that just attacked Hakari is the one from Gilly.
Yes.
And how close are we to the other one, the one that got halved?
10 feet away.
Okay. Is there any? So the Gilly creature turned invisible and came at Hakari.
Yes. It is visible now. now that it bit her.
Is there any way that I could argue for any kind of... I mean, I guess initiative just means that I can't, but because of my blind sense, I would have been aware of that creature's location that entire time.
That's true, yeah. You felt the presence there.
But there's nothing I could have done
Coming
to,
up
like,
closer. Yeah.
to take advantage of that because my initiative was lower, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Fuck me. I will... Burbage just gonna die. That's the swear.
Don't do anything.
Don't do anything, Darcy?
No,
Nuzzle
stay on my
in.
back.
Nuzzle in deeper. Take the dodge action.
I mean, that honestly, like, seems like what I should do. I've got 1 hit point.
Yeah, take a
Yeah.
dodge action.
I'm
I'm doing fine right now.
gonna throw my dagger, like an attack dagger, at the other at the other one.
Okay.
I'm aiming for its eye. No, it's heart. It's heart.
It's where its heart should be in a bony creature such as this. Yes.
How do I do this?
Just give me an attack roll with proficiency and your dexterity. So dexterity saving throw would be the same. $23. Yeah, you hit this creature. Now roll a d4 and add your dex bonus.
A D4. It's not enough. 2. And my dex, like my dex mod?
Correct.
All right. Well, that's +4, so that's 6.
All right. Yeah, the dagger sticks in its bony, just bone. It's bony bone. It just sticks straight into the bone, and it just, without even looking at it, just pushes and it clangs to the floor underneath it.
We're just gonna point to Hakari to indicate, like, she's the one who threw that. And
right.
climb, and he's gonna climb. He's gonna use his second story work to climb as high onto Hakari as possible.
Okay.
Nest in my fur.
All right, the bone creature sort of shrieks and dashes, leaping at you. Hakari. It's going
Hakari.
to, yeah. Bearkari.
Thank you.
That's going to do 21 slashing damage to you.
You said it just leapt at me.
Yep. As it's clawing you in your face.
Oh, okay. Thank
Oh. Burbage, does an 18 hit you?
you. Don't be a dick.
I think it
Does an 18 hit Burbage?
Well, unless the sweater, when it's knit into Burbage's flesh, adds, 5 to his AC.
Nope. All right. As it's slashing at Bearkari, this sort of stinger-like tail reaches up behind it and then slams straight into you.
No! Andy!
It does 9 piercing damage.
No,
and-
I say no. You know why?
Yes. Why?
Because Burbage uses his second chance feature.
To do
When
what?
When a creature you can see hits you with an attack roll, you can use your reaction to force that creature to re-roll.
No way. Does a 19 hit you?
God damn it, Andy.
Sorry.
Just don't even ask. Just, why are you even asking?
I use Burbage's third chance feature. It's homebrew, something I've been working on. Yeah.
I'm
that
just
hits.
picturing Burbage holding up a little like stamp card from like a sub shop. Does this work?
Cool. Does a 26 hit you then? With your third?
I'm gonna come in there and beat
Okay.
your head in.
So 9 piercing damage, and then 21 poison damage.
Does that matter? Like, I just go to 0,
Why not?
right?
You go to 0 because it wasn't enough to outright you. Correct. However, it did hook you as it did that, and it's starting to pull you off of Hakari.
I'm done. Goodbye, everyone.
This
Good
is
night.
brutal. I'm holding on to Hakari for dear life. Well, but no, I am unconscious.
Your tiny little unconscious hands wrapped in the fur.
I used the viscera, which was strangely sticky, to glue my hands to Hakari's fur.
Makes sense to me.
Yep.
Clem knows Viscera. Oh god, that's an entire
Not
sub show we
untrue.
need to do for this. Clem knows Viscera.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
You say
as
one
this-
more thing.
As this creature sort of pulls back, it sort of moves its hand toward you, and as it does, 5 different sort of blue lightning-like barbs shoot out of its fingers and straight into you, doing 14 damage.
Me or him?
You, Hakari.
Okay, say the name. Hakari.
Hakari. Sorry.
I'm getting very annoyed at you very quickly.
It is you, Werebear Hakari. Hakari. What would you like to do? You are now flanked by these 2 creatures.
Could I throw a torch at one and then like try to use my sword on the other? Or is that 2 different actions?
I'll let you sort of, just toss a torch sort of in the direction of one of them.
I'm gonna toss
and then attack the other.
the torch at the blue guy.
Okay.
Do I hit him?
A little bit, but not enough to do damage.
He's right there.
Yeah. You can make an attack, but then that's your action. Like, you could probably hit him pretty hard with it, but...
She
I'll just try to hit him with my sword, I guess.
she's
I don't
also
know.
wielding 2 like one-handed
Yeah.
weapons, so she could
I
multitask.
am.
Right, yeah, technically you could dual wield with an improvised weapon. We could do that.
Okay, can I do that? And then
Sure.
with the torch and then
So just
Thank
where do
you,
you want
Gala.
your bigger hit to be?
on the bone guy.
Bone
I
Daddy.
guess. Wait, who was the one that just did sparks out of their fingers or whatever?
It was this guy.
Oh.
The blue guy.
Um. Yeah, I don't think the torch is going to do anything to the bone guy.
Darcy, you seem like unsure of what to do.
Yeah.
Do you want my opinion?
Yes.
Just saying, we're fucked. We gotta get out of here.
So just run.
Not without Burbage.
Well, no, aren't you still? Okay, I'm gonna scoop up Burbage, and I'm gonna I'm just gonna try and run.
He's
Like,
hooked on the end of the tail of the
okay.
bone daddy.
What? So many bone daddies in our helpful goat games.
Lots of them.
So has the tail just fucking impaled Burbage? How many times is Burbage gonna get impaled in this game?
5, I think.
Okay. How
That's what
many
I
has
have
happened so far?
Yeah.
2, 3, maybe if you count the Oni.
Huh?
Fuck me.
Nope. Can't hear you. 1 second. The rest of you are sleeping fitfully in your bed tonight. You feel a sense that your friends are in trouble or somewhere else, but... Okay, I'm going to go help Darcy. I'll be right back.
Chat, feel free to ask us questions. For
Wait,
those
can
of
you
us
hear
who-
me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, never mind, Andy. Sorry, I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, my tab when I hit my caps lock, it was like doing something weird. Okay,
All right, what you
sorry
doing?
about that. I don't know. I'm about ready to call for a timeout because I'm
Bite the
getting
tail off.
anxious.
Bite the tail off.
Yeah, so your options are kind of like, it seems your options as a bear who can't do magic right now. Probably either fight or try to grab Burbage off the
Well,
tail.
that's what I said, and they're like, "But he is on the
You
tail."
should bite the tail off, and then you can.
I think they were just saying don't leave without Burbage. He's on the tail.
No. I was
You
talking
can't just
to
scoop him
you.
up. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll try to get him off the tail, but I don't know what. Do I bite at it? What do I do?
Just give me a strength check
As the bear?
as the bear.
Sorry if I rolled that twice.
No, you're good.
I literally can't see it. So.
It's you rolled a 14.
Oh, awesome.
The Bone Daddy rolled a 12. As it's starting to wrap its tail around Burbage, you're actually able to just with both hands grab the tail and rip Burbage off the side of it. A little bit of blood spatters on you from Burbage, but no more than normal from what's going on.
Okay, I tuck Burbage underneath my arm like a football, like my non-dominant arm.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're a kid, like you're a toddler that just did like a tantrum and then like a dead weight drop. Just like suitcase them underneath there, just like I do if I had a kid.
Okay. So you suitcase him underneath your arm.
Yep.
And
And then I run
then you run.
as fast as I can.
Okay, you're gonna have to give me one more strength check to see if you can make it past our Bone Daddy friend here. You rolled a 12. He had a 19. You're able to just kind of, he's taken up the entire hallway. You can kind of squeeze in here and push him back a little bit, but you can't get past him.
I don't like this anymore.
And I'm afraid that's your turn. Give me a death saving throw, Burbage, if you don't mind.
I don't mind one bit, Andy, because unlike you, I know that good will prevail in the end.
Okay.
When push comes to shove, Burbage Kemp won't let no death save roll get him down.
Oh no. This isn't gonna turn out well.
Passed.
Oh, 12. Okay.
It just sounded like
It sounded like it was
because
leading up to
I
it.
was building up. I was kind of hoping to fail because it would retroactively make my speech funny, but I'll take the pass. That's great.
Yep.
Is the sweater knitting itself into Burbage's wounds?
It is currently from earlier.
It has no sweaters.
How many charges does it have? Or how many
No,
uses?
Andy, you made this.
I thought it said, maybe it didn't.
I don't think it does. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
Infinity, Andy.
May expended charge. Stabilize. It has 3 charges total.
Oh.
Yeah.
It has 3 charges that do not.
And you can expend a charge. So honestly, Stormbringer wakes up out of a dead sleep, and you feel the ping again from Burbage. He's dying. You can use the second charge if you'd like.
Yeah.
It's charges that do not come back.
No, let's save it. I mean,
don't
you
know
never
what's
know.
happening. I just woke up.
Yeah. You feel it again, though. Would you like to use the second charge?
Yeah.
All right, Burbage, you are back at 0. You are stable, so no more death saving throws.
Back at 0 or back at 1?
0.
How did he get to 1 last time?
It was luck. It was a good thing.
So I was already at 0.
No, but you're stabilized. No more
You're
death
not bleeding
throws.
out.
Do my death saves reset?
Yeah.
You don't have to
You
do
don't-
them anymore. Yeah, you're not dying anymore.
But I'm
You're
still
just
unconscious.
Yeah.
Great.
Yes,
Okay.
correct. Yep. All right. Oof. Okay. A 10 missed you, but a 19, 21, 24, and crit hit you. Hakari, as this thing is just...
Excuse me?
Yeah.
How many numbers do you want to rattle off there?
19, 21, 24, and 28 are the numbers I would like to rattle off. That's... $52 points of damage.
I'm building a wall of pillows between us at night now. I'm
Yeah,
dead
I
serious.
wouldn't trust him.
And between one of them
I don't
will
trust
be a
me not to
knife.
kill him in the middle of the night.
And please make a wisdom saving throw, Hakari. A 16. Okay. Okay. So you see something really disturbing as what looks to be like a juniper bush. Just really small, tiny leaves of the juniper bush. It feels like it's sort of crawling along the ceiling toward Burbage and you. And as you look at it, you start to feel faint.
Seriously, I'm just thinking about like
And you're-
curling up in the corner and acting like I'm dead until they go away.
And you're just almost ready to faint, and then you fall unconscious as well.
Where's our elderly friend? Didn't he get inspired by watching us fight? Did he overcome his fear? Did he have a memory of his family that
He
misses?
soldered the door back closed, dude. That's what he got out of watching that.
He just doesn't want us to leave. Yeah.
The people
All
who
right.
would save him cut people in half and then just get wrecked. That's his takeaway.
That was terrible. If oh man, we should have just immediately left. We shouldn't have tried freeing that guy. We should have just kept on going.
Yeah.
Can we rewind?
Well, I also was making a lot of noise. But I'm like Werebear Hakari is going to be quiet. I mean, come on.
Also true.
That's
I think I should get inspiration for that because
That's a good
it was
point.
against my better
You
judgment.
played the Werebear card not being stealthy at all, which was very bad for you, greatly. So 100% the both of you
Thank
get
you.
inspiration.
now
So
we
now-
get inspiration. Now
Yeah.
Now that we're both
after we already unconscious.
Yep. The rest of you wake up in the morning, or Stormbringer, if you even went to sleep after that, I don't know. But it's morning time. You hear the sounds of the bustling city waking up outside your room. What would you like to do? The three of you.
For starters, in the sort of tradition that he normally does, Charity has cast Aid on the three of us.
Excellent.
So everyone here adds 55 hit points to their max and their current.
Lovely.
Can I roll my 2 dice?
Please.
I, of course, don't have the book out, so I have to look it up.
5 and a 6.
Ooh. All right.
So
as Clem is making potions for the day.
So Galway has sort of a question that
Yes.
determines some of what we're doing here. So the plan that we sort of had is that Gavin McConaughey is getting us tickets to the ball. He also mentioned maybe having like a couple of disguises, like guard outfits. And then he would see what else he could do with kind of that extra 200 gold of capital that we gave him. We've seen indications that they are searching for us to some degree. Not actively within the city, but like
Oh, then definitely yes. Goholnians are looking for you
generally,
guys,
like,
specifically.
and that what's her name had mentioned that like she had been
drawings.
given like a dossier of images of us, etc.
Yes.
That I think she'd also said it was like, yeah, they were, you know, broad strokes, but
right.
they were you guys. So that was one of the
Correct.
reasons why we disguised Stormbringer, etc. And we also know that the keep is probably well defended, both just generally and also potentially magically.
He said expect, basically anything that you can think of, because it's the most well-defended piece of all Gohonia. And you also know that the city itself probably has some sort of listening, Batman cell phone technology kind of thing going on.
Charity is gonna, as people are like waking up, hold up a note to Stormbringer, knowing this, that you're gonna see him sort of finish writing it and then hold it up, and it just says "cut off my horn."
Okay. This is like the time that. Are we not talking? Okay. I had a really bad dream. Also,
Right.
the package got damaged again. It wasn't a dream, but it was.
That
And
seems
while I'm detailing my dream, I'm gonna just slash at Charity's horn with my axe.
If there's no attempt to dodge.
No, I'm in fact
yeah.
actively like presenting, like the side of my head, trying to line it up as much as possible.
It doesn't take an extreme amount to cut it off. It even kind of breaks a little bit from where Shenik broke it off earlier, and it was magically sort of stitched back together.
Remember that story we heard about someone's face getting ripped off? Is this like that?
That was an extremely disquieting story that our friend here is unaware of, so actually no, there's no additional context needed. That was what happened in the story. I just thought it was time for a change, and it's fine. Charity has an extremely far away look in his eyes, and it's just like, it's fine. Folds it, puts it away in a pouch.
Clem is just gonna write down. Do you want me to have a healing spell ready?
No, that's fine. We should get some breakfast and then perhaps attend to a bit of shopping.
Yeah, big day. Time to get some packages before something bad happens to the packages.
Yes.
Again.
Yes.
I'm also going to write down that I was able to make a transformation potion, but it only lasts for 10 minutes. But
Cool.
What is the technical effect of that? It's 10 minutes, but is it alter self or?
it is alter self.
Okay, so it physically changes you.
All right. So if you were to head downstairs to Yummy Tummy Hot Pot, the restaurant above which you are staying, it seems like the proprietor of the place already has some breakfast hot pots ready to go for you.
God, I want hot pot.
At no charge, she says.
This is just one thing that I wanted to clarify, because it occurred at a point where it was semantically ambiguous when we were talking to Gavin. Are
Sure.
the tickets and anything else he can find going to be left here or at the bar where he was?
Oh, at the bar where he was.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was just the thing where I'm like, it basically came up after we had talked about Yummy Tummy Hot Pot. And I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
crap. We just said, like, I'll leave them at the, like, front desk or something because
Yeah.
they're friends. I'm like, wait, we just covered that's shit. While reading, she's like, excuse me, thank you for this very much. Do you happen to know any good and quick working tailors, haberdashers, clothiers generally?
Oh, there's the clothing guild hall that's not very far away. Sure you could find some folk there. It's just north of here, a little bit.
Thank you.
Yeah. What then would you like to do?
So, what exactly are we doing? Is this a conversation to have?
Charity's gonna pull out like another notebook. And is basically sketches a small diagram of Charity and Stormbringer. You even see him like start to sort of sketch out a horn. And I'm like, oh. Crosses it out.
What did you do with the horn?
It's wrapped up in one of my belt pouches. And then sort of does sort of a large, elaborate sort of hair style, and then draws a very small Clem inside it. Like,
Should I do my thing to be better in the thing?
Could you write that one down for me?
Yeah, sure. And I'll write down and ask if I should do the transformation potion to fit in better in the hair.
Oh, because that could make you even smaller, couldn't it? Wow, so you could be reduced and then that again.
And that'll only last 10 minutes, but we can, kind of do it for right before we walk in at least.
And if you fit generally, you'll just have more room then. Charity will sort of number. That's interesting. We also should see what we can do with cosmetics for Stormbringer generally in terms of my most distinct feature is different now. She is still a Goliath. This is all being written. So her being able to appear more significantly physically different might be good. I figure some extra cosmetics on top for me, nothing over the top, but just a little bit extra will probably make me significantly different enough that it's not going to quickly be, oh, be on the lookout for a one-horned tiefling who blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm not that anymore, am I? This one didn't have the jinglies, but still.
Pat.
Thank you.
My only, I'll write this down. My only concern is it's only 10 minutes.
Fair. Maybe we could just use it to accentuate changes that we already sort of got to with disguise or makeup, just to sort of try to push it over the edge.
Yeah.
Charity would also be writing this in a notebook where Stormbringer could also see it. Like, I'm just sort of picturing us jotting things down in the middle of the table. But
Lovely.
securing clothes would probably be the best first step because that's probably going to take them some time. It seems... And Charity's going to continue writing. So either way, it seems like the plan is going to be Stormbringer and I are obvious. And then Clem, your decoration? Elaborate hairdressing?
Yeah, it's a new trend, with having tiny people in your hair. Makes you look strong and cool and rich.
Fair. Well, let's go get the clothes to match then.
All right. So you exit onto the streets. Each of you, well, not Clem necessarily, but the other two of you are getting like sideways glances and people just frowning at you. And this is mostly a sort of a human, elf, dwarf, halfling sort of city, and these are generally kind of racist people.
I will also say Charity is wearing the mask and the duster still, so like he is shrouded in black. Essentially, I've tried to change outwardly nothing about my appearance from yesterday.
Yeah, and I have a bunch of makeup on, so for all they know, I'm human, just really big.
Yeah, you two don't stand out at all.
Wait, what mask is Charity wearing?
Vimeris's.
Oh,
It's
so
what
not the Groucho Marx mask. Okay.
No, not the Eisen. Yeah, no.
I need something that hides my face.
Indeed. So the three of you make your way sort of north along the directions that she gave you, and you're coming up to the guild hall, which has kind of an iron gate in front. The gate is open. You just kind of swing it open freely, and right behind a bush, you see four legs sticking out behind the bush. Two of them are shoed with literal boots, and they appear to be horse hooves. It's weird, but it does trigger something in your head.
Wait, so how are they sticking out from behind a bush? I need a clear, like, does this look like there's a dead person that's like been pushed into a bush?
It kind of looks like a dead horse might be back here, is what it looks like.
But that was our friend from yesterday.
Charity's gonna sort of, at a quick glance around, do I see people, like, watching?
No, not really. Everyone's minding their own business. No one really looks too hard at the Tailor's Guild Hall.
Okay. And this body apparently is inside the wall?
Yeah, it's inside the wall in the fenced area, yeah.
Okay. So
right outside the door of the actual entrance.
So Charity's gonna sort of go over to it if it doesn't look like I'm gonna go. This could be important. Hello? Hello? Are you alive?
You gotta poke it with a stick. Clem's gonna pick up a stick and just start poking.
Clem's a pro at this.
I know all the spots to push to make something wake up if it's asleep.
You poke spot A, nothing. You poke spot B, nothing. You poke spot C, and then... What?
See, I told you, a stick.
What is happening?
I was trying to be more respectful.
Ha! Why are you poking me with a stick?
You look like you were dead.
Fair enough.
I figured if we couldn't wake you up, I could at least get some parts.
That's disturbing.
Yes, and it was also because, given the, Charity will sort of point at their feet. Given the elegance of your footwear, it stood out in our mind as perhaps someone having ended up dead that we didn't wish to have ended up dead.
Oh, you were the people from last night, weren't you? That's... correct, yes. You were my friends that I met the other day. Yes, thank you. I rather like the boots myself.
Yeah, friends that totally know each other's names.
But if you need a reminder, I'm Lady Snow Mountain Bowler from across the seven seas.
My dear, that is interesting. And I do recall that name, yes. Mine, you can call me Alec, if you'd like.
Of course, it would be our pleasure.
And this centaur then sort of stands up, dusts himself off, starts to kind of kick some of the vomit on the ground, sort of back further into the bush.
Now that's on your boots.
I used my hoof. Sorry, can I help you with something?
We were mostly just ensuring that you were still among the living, though we are interested in procuring some, one hesitates to say innovative fashion, because that can go odd places, but some fine attire suitable for high society.
Well, look no further. I am that which you seek, for fine attire and bold fashion choices that not everyone understands. And he's yelling at the.
Yeah,
Are
this
you
is more of
Taylor's
a
guild
quiet meeting. Why don't you keep your voice down?
This is a quiet meeting. I apologize. I misread the situation.
Also, I feel like if we followed that sentence grammatically, you just suggested that you are in fact the clothes we are looking for, which she already was talking about parts. So
Yeah,
I'm
what you
not-
got for me? And I pull out a switchblade.
I am not the clothes. I am the maestro of the orchestra that you shall wear. That's what I am.
weirdly,
Clem actually rolls her eyes.
you say, Charity's gonna sort of look at that. Fair, but also oddly apt when we think about the particular ensemble we're going for here.
What? Tell me more. Come, follow me. Please follow me. And he'll exit the gates entirely at this point.
So do we go with him or do we go to the guild?
Yeah.
He's staggering a little bit as he's walking, still kind of nursing pretty major hangover.
I cast Lesser Restoration on him.
Oh,
I have 5 free casts of that a day now.
that's wild.
God, that sounds so amazing. As a party
Yeah.
who has always like lacked restoration.
He sort of burps a little bit and then, oh my, what did you do to me? That did the trick.
I'm a resourceful person to have around.
Oh, that you are. Not too shabby on the eyes either. Follow me. He'll continue walking. As he passes one of the guards, he sort of flips him off. Just right in his face. They don't do anything, but they don't like it when you flip them off. And then he goes up to the door. There's some sort of notice on the door that he takes down real quick, kind of scrunches it up, puts it in his boot, and then fumbles around his keys a little bit, trying to put it in the door, and finally gets it. Opens the door. A bit of dust sort of wafts out at all of you. Come in. This is my place, and we'll find something for you here. I'm sure of it.
What's the name of the store, Andy?
It's not a store. It's just his literal abode.
Oh,
You're
Which exploded
a
in
centaur,
dust.
and you have clothes that will fit all of our 3 separate bodies.
Come in. I will show you. I have clothes for everyone.
As opposed
You're not
to
going to put
3
me in weird
combined
doll
bodies?
clothes, are you?
No. I have clothes that will fit you beautifully.
It's okay.
It's fine. Please, inside.
Chelsea has a request for if Alec ever does open an actual establishment,
Yes.
it should be called Alec Ants, like elegance
Or elegance.
Elegance.
Elegance. Yeah,
That's
putting
good.
the
That's
Alec
pretty
in
good.
elegance.
I like it. I was ready to set up my own shop called Alec Ants. I thought that would be good. However, I just...
Do you really like ants or something? Are you
I do. Ants
you a
are-
bug guy?
Ants are lovely. I wouldn't call myself a bug guy, but...
I can see them quite a lot around your house where the old bowls are, and
Sure. Yes, it's lovely here. I get a lot of them. But no, inside. Please. Do you all come?
I do want to make an insight check real quick.
Sure.
That isn't just on him, so maybe it isn't just an insight roll.
It's
I'm
an
also,
NPC, so you are right to do insights.
I'm also confused at the fact that he opened the door to his house and dust exploded out. So yeah. Guidance, by the way, is a super awesome thing that you should use early and often to make you and your friends better at things. 18 total.
18. Yeah, you get a sense. You certainly get a sense that this is someone who's down on their luck, who maybe is having a hard time figuring shit out, but is very genuinely excited to show you clothes, and has no ill intent toward you, at least.
Good enough. Charity will take what he can get.
All right. Yeah, he's bubbly demeanor is coming out. He's got kind of short, curly hair, darker skin on the top. That's human, and his horse half is brown with some white spots on it here and there. Please, please, please. Look, as you enter the place, it is dusty. There's cobwebs, and it's like a hoarder filled with clothes. Boxes and boxes of clothes, racks of clothes hanging from the rafters themselves. The table is filled with pants. If there is a kitchen, it's completely covered by this stuff. You don't know where he would sleep, and there's no upstairs to this place either. And he's rummaging through some stuff, and he's pulling out a few boxes for you to look through, if you'd like.
It's a lot of clothes.
Yes, well, I tend to make clothes when I'm sad, and I was very sad since, honestly, I was a teenager. Clothes help me feel better, and I'm starting to get a little sad again from things that have happened lately, so it's good to be back.
I'm going to reach into my pack, and I'm going to pull out the pink fluffy manacles that I was given.
Yes.
And I'm going to hand them over to him and say, you seem like a nice, sad person. I think you'd like these.
A nice,
Fluffy manacles.
sad person.
What about my demeanor suggests that I like these?
Oh, because you like a bunch of weird, fluffy clothing and fancy, pretty stuff, and I thought these were pretty.
Can I just say that no one has ever given me such an apt gift? Thank you.
I'm a really good reader character, so...
What is your name?
Cheryl.
Cheryl. Mine is Alec. I am happy that you are in my home.
Thanks, Alec.
These are lovely.
Yeah, I hope you get some fun with them.
So what are we all looking for? What kind of clothes do you need? Is it for a special occasion? Is it to wear around the city? To stand out? To be bold? To be revolutionary through your fashion?
We're going to a ball, because I'm a lady.
Oh, of course, the Miller's Ball. The Miller's Ball this evening, yes. Sure that I also had an invitation, though I must have misplaced it. But I'm very happy you are going. Very happy to see people have a happy time.
That's good.
Yes. For the ball, you will need nice clothing.
I'm going to be a hairpiece.
You will be the hairpiece.
Cheryl's gonna be in my hair.
That's brilliant. I can do your hair. I can do your hair and makeup. Find clothes in here that you wish. And find the clothes first, and we'll worry about the prices later.
Sweet. Sounds good.
Yes. So as you look through the clothes, if you'd like to, what do you find? What seems to grab you? The fashion is sometimes more gothic, sometimes more like Victorian than a lot of the fashion of this world at the time. But he has traditional stuff too. So yeah, what sort of interesting things do you see?
One quick question that I wanted to confirm, because I thought this. The Gaholnian flag is white and red. Right?
Yes.
Okay. I think that what Charity goes and sort of pieces through several of the boxes that are, I'm assuming he literally has clothes for all statures, sort of, sizes, arrangements of limbs, etc. So Charity's sort of settling in the medium humanoid piles and sort of going through and is going to find generally, compared to what he wears, which is normally robes that are sort of loose and billowing white and silver, relatively close cropped trim cut waistcoat, trousers, shirt, a jacket that's almost a cloak in that it's sort of cut very open. It sits over his arms, and all of it is in blood red, detailed with silver. Wherever he can, finding, like, even occasionally, like, asking Alec if, like, can I swap out, like, these buttons onto this, cufflinks that are sort of little silver flames.
Interesting. I like it. What else?
Stormbringer's gonna, like, dig through stuff and finally come across this fucking awesome like Venetian ball gown, but it's made out of like furs. It's just like completely made of furs. So it's kind of a monstrosity, but it's an amazing monstrosity. And she's gonna say to Alec,
Hey, this is perfect, but can we like pin it up in front so I can still use my legs?
Oh, of course. I can give you a nice slit up the left thigh if you'd like. That'll free up those legs entirely.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, excellent. Oh, you look fierce. Like a goddamn werebear or something. And I am here for it.
Looks and sounds like one.
yep.
At the mention of like a werebear, Charities goes from,
Love it, love it, love it. Both of you look amazing. Clem, what do you find?
What color is Stormbringer's dress?
Animal fur colored.
It's like whites, grays, and browns, probably.
Okay, I was like, the animal furs come in a lot of different colors, Lena.
I was gonna say they could be like,
Earth tones.
I was gonna say it could either be earth toned or it could be done in like whites and blacks with grays for accents. If it's
Yeah.
I want to do something. I want to find, because I'm going to be accessorizing her hair, right? I want to find something in like almost like dripping crimson. Like I want it to be very bloody, almost and visceral, but like beads and jewels, like fake ones that are like red and just like dripping down. We could put them in my beard and just all around different parts. I want it to be very crimson.
That is beautiful. I have a few ideas, just a couple tweaks, if you don't mind. I can.
Yeah, if you want to see some viscera, I could give you an idea.
Love it, love it, love it.
I'll just pull out different containers and kind of like stretch out different parts.
Yes. I could weave just a bit of that into your beard in certain places. Oh, you will look amazing, especially as a headdress. Oh.
Charity's just gonna scooch some of the clothes that like he's working on changing the buttons out on over. Like, okay.
Yeah. So immediately he gets his tape measure out, starts measuring all of you, writing down adjustments for the clothing that you've found and picked out, and says, I can certainly have this done by 5 o'clock, or they say here about 1700 hours, if you don't mind.
And does that seem like that's enough time based on everything we know?
Yeah, I mean, the ball is at night, so maybe doors open around 5, but you should have plenty of time then.
Cool. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, if you leave me to it, I shall work my little fingers to the bone. It'll be excellent, I promise you.
Thank you, Alec.
Of course. All right. So it's about noon then, if you wanted to travel down to the docks.
I think so, yeah.
So in your disguises, you're making your way through the streets. When you get to the docks and you come into that small bar that that Gavin had brought you into, you look around. It's the same sort of woman behind the counter, and she says, "Hi, love. What can I do for you?"
Oh, we'd had a conversation with Gavin the other day, and I believe he was gonna leave us something.
Gavin? Oh, the half orc fellow. Gavin, of course, that's his name. Yes. Yes, of course. Right here. And she pulls out a
Insight check?
small envelope.
I mean, she's probably just, he gave us a fake name, but I want to check this shit anyway.
Give it.
I was gonna say, Charity's definitely doing the same as
It's okay.
basically any NPC ever. I'll fucking trust them.
That's a
28.
5 for me.
A 28 for Charity and a 5 for Clem. Clem, she's hiding something. You're not exactly sure what.
Did I just glare my eyes at her?
Charity, she's just being very careful because she's like on top of a secret meeting place, and probably Gavin gave you a wrong name, a name he just made up on the spot.
Oh, yeah, and he
So,
was
yeah.
pretty explicit about. He even said something along the lines of, "It's probably safe if you call me Gavin."
Yeah. So certainly, there's nothing malicious. She seems to be very helpful to you, and the way she is trying to hide it, but her lips are kind of curling on the side, means that she really likes you people. It seems like. Yeah. So she slides you a letter, and I'll just go ahead and put that letter or that envelope in your handouts section.
Clem
Right.
is glaring at her the whole time.
Now, Gavin's note and tickets.
I have so many handouts.
I know. I'll go ahead and read this one if you want, real quick. So the note, scribbled in common, is handwritten poorly, but it says, "Hope the tickets are to your liking. Welcome to Vagelter, the most civilized society in Greater Banya. Good luck with finding your friends in the crowd. If they are where we think they may be, we'll have people in the water to help you if you need a quick exit from the party. The Miller's Ball can be a bit overwhelming at times. Gavin." And then there are 2 tickets. And the tickets are for 1 individual each. They're bordered with a gold leaf design on a rose-tinted trim. The tickets are printed on here for, quote, Lord and Lady von Eaglebottom. There is a slight and inexplicable shimmer to the ticket when held up to the light. The party opens its doors at 1700, which is 5 o'clock, and the meal will be served together at 1900. And the ticket has one last instruction, quote, "Some common merchants and business owners are invited, so we apologize in advance for any uncouth or raucous behavior." So as you are perusing those tickets, Hakari and Burbage, you wake up in your cell. Burbage first, you're sore and beaten and bloody. You've not gotten a long rest in several days. You've each gained a level of exhaustion here. The body that was eviscerated and all the viscera have left the cell that you are in. And you wake up and you sort of glance over to Hakari. She's in human form again. And Hakari, you kind of wake up and you see Burbage just very slowly trying to set himself up. And Hakari, you notice something all of a sudden very intriguing. While the collar expanded to fit your bear form, it did not shrink to fit your human form. The collar now lays still very large on the ground in front of you. You are free from whatever it kept you from doing.
Now
let's
I
go ahead and
can
take
do
a-
spells.
Yeah, you can do spells. So let's go ahead and take a break here. Get some to drink, get some to eat, refuel, manage your fluids. You out there in Twitchland, please manage your fluids as well, and we'll talk to you in a minute.
See you in just a couple, everybody.
BRB.
Hello. We are back, friends. Welcome. So, right before we left, part of the family is gathering what they need for the ball this evening to infiltrate the keep of this place. And Hakari and Burbage just woke up in a cell, realizing that Hakari's collar has been disengaged. And I think maybe that's where we'll start our section now. So, Burbage and Hakari, what would you like to do?
So we haven't had a short rest yet.
No, I mean, you can short rest to a point. You don't have any hit dice left because you've been using those and haven't then been able to replenish them.
So
But today,
can we have a short rest
Yes.
to replenish some things? Because
To a
then I
certain
can
extent,
heal
yeah.
less?
Yeah, whatever comes back for you on a short rest.
Okay, so we've short rested?
Yes. Sure.
All right. Then I think I'm going to do Prayer of Healing, Burbage, if that's okay with you, because...
During the short rest? Yeah.
Yeah, that'll help both of us. Can I cast it... Hold on. Can I cast it at different levels?
That I don't know. Try to cast
Oh,
it.
yeah, I can.
We'll see here, yeah.
I'm going to cast it at level... Hold on. Hold on. Level... What is this doing?
Okay.
We'll say level 4.
Level 4. So... All right. So that's 21 hit points that you're going to get back. Each of you.
It should be 4d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier.
4d8?
It rolled 4d8.
It rolled 48.
Did it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
5,
Plus my
14
spell.
plus.
5, 2, 7, and 4 plus
and
3.
then plus 3, yeah.
Yeah.
It just
Okay.
it groups them into weird 2 chunks. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's and I can't see them at all. So, okay, so it's 21 hit points for both of us.
Yes.
And I was at 1.
Yeah.
What were
Both
we
of
at
you are at-
before?
Both of you are at 1 right now. So you now
If
both
they're
have
awake,
20.
they have to be at 1.
Yeah.
And I don't have any hit dice? Like the last, like did the hit dice basically get used up like off screen basically?
Yeah, the first couple weeks you were using hit dice to help replenish yourself, and then your collars wouldn't let you heal very much, as well then as you stopped long resting, so you couldn't replenish any hit dice. So you just kept using them.
Gotcha.
So you're at 22 hit points now.
This is like a real shitty jail.
It's a real shitty jail. So now,
Can I do another?
please, what would you like? Yeah. Are you casting Detect Evil and Good?
No, I don't know what
Okay.
happened there. I'm sorry. It's the
Fair
touch screen on here. If you give me a touch screen, it's going to do. I'm going to go ahead and cast Cure. Oh, is Cure Wounds for both of us? Or just
Only one of you each, yeah. Per casting.
Okay, never mind then. Well, I guess I could do another Prayer of Healing. Okay, I'm going to do another Prayer of Healing at the 3rd level.
Okay.
So, hold on. Ugh.
So that'll be another 11.
Okay.
However, Hakari, you go up 11 points. Burbage, you don't go up any. The collar is making it so you can't heal above like 20-ish. 20.
God Fucking damn it. Then I would have used Cure Wounds. Okay. Never mind. Didn't know that.
Didn't know that. Yeah.
That's very rude.
Very rude.
Yeah, it's unclear whether it's the little bit of healing he got or something else, but Burbage is just kind of slumped against the wall and has an odd little smile growing on his face.
Okay. Should I be worried, Burbage?
Are you Darcy said? Or
Sorry, that
Hakari
was
said-
Hakari.
Okay.
I was going okay, and then Hakari was saying, sorry, Hakari says, should I be worried, Burbage?
Honestly, no, I don't think you should.
Hakari says, okay.
Yeah, I don't think either of us should. You know, I just remembered. I took care of everything. Right before we were captured. I fixed everything, Hakari.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you look at me like I'm crazy, but I'm not.
No, my eyes are just really wide. So I can see you better.
All right, widen your eyes all you want. I'm just saying, I happen to use a very powerful magical item right before we were captured, and I'm reasonably sure it did away with all of our problems, or really the main one, so nothing to worry about. We can just sort of sit in here, take it easy, and, you know, I think we're going to be good.
Very reassuring.
All right, I can tell
Take
you
your
don't
word for
believe me. Yeah, sure.
I am.
So, is there any other plan you'd like to try to make to get out, or are you starting to resign yourself to your confinement?
Just at least until I can get up more in hit points. Right now, I'm just concentrating on. I just want to rest and do that.
Behind you, Hakari, you hear something sliding across the stonework on the floor.
Why?
And then a voice. Oh, I heard you two almost escaped. That's lovely. And it's Enyor, the older woman that's been seen to you a little bit here and there. I put a little extra mashed potatoes in there for Burbage because Burbage is alive? What? That's wild, isn't it? That's just crazy. Burbage,
Yeah.
how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Apparently this weird sweater my friend gave me for the Bavarian Candle Festival is some kind of magical piece of clothing that literally knits itself into my flesh when I get mortally wounded. I've got to say, it's strange, bit grotesque, but handy in a pinch. Thank
Handy
you.
pinch, indeed.
Thank you, Stormbringer, wherever you are.
Stormbringer, that sounds interesting. That's a lovely friend name you have. I don't have any friends. No names like Stormbringer or anyone.
We're your friends, right?
I would love us to be friends, yes. We are indeed friends.
And friends help each other. And
Well, friends absolutely help each other, yes.
like, if a friend was in a jail and another friend wasn't in jail, and worked for the jail, they would help the friends in jail not be in the jail.
I think I got it. Would you like me to go talk to them again about releasing you?
No,
I did that. They beat me up a little bit. Just a little.
Maybe... Did they already try to get the key? I'm forgetting.
Oh, I did. Yes, I tried to get the key.
Okay.
Remember?
I'm just
That
saying.
ended with this black eye.
Maybe if, an opportunity comes that you notice, maybe you could, if someone's being a little lax with the keys, or
Right.
some way for us to get out of here where you're not going to get hurt, then maybe just keep your eyes peeled.
Something I wouldn't get hurt? That's no one's ever asked me to do something like that before. I do need to return to the throb, and then I can look around and...
Wait, I just really did. The throb?
The throb.
The throb.
The
Do
throb.
I know what that means?
Oh, it's an establishment underneath another establishment, and it's run by some... Well, you've met them. That's the place you go to when they take you out of here and down into the dark, stony area. That's that place.
Okay, for real, have we been there?
It's the place where they question you and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Where you bit this one. This one.
I bit. Oh yeah, I did bite them.
You tore out her throat basically.
She's fine.
She's okay. She still has a bandage on it, but.
And you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know Hakari's trying to get you to help us out here, but frankly, between you and me, we're totally fine.
You're fine.
Yeah, we're fine. Everything's
lovely.
fine. And so, I'm interested in actually being your friend, and not for my own purposes, not to kind of get you to help me in some way.
Hey! Just say it.
Hey, just say it. Yeah. So, put it here, pal. Burbage will extend his hand.
Oh, she'll very generously shake your hand through the bars. Yes, nice to meet you. Nice to meet both of you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
If Burbage wasn't feeling oddly, peaceful and resigned right now, he might look for an opportunity to sleight of hand or try to grab some keys or something. But I don't think she even has any, and Burbage isn't interested. Burbage is good.
At that, she'll leave you your food, and she'll exit. And Burbage, as she turns to exit, standing right behind her is Eldon.
Hey, Eldon. Good to see you again, old buddy. How you doing?
What the fuck have you gotten into?
Nothing I can't get out of if I need to, but between you and me, Eldon, I don't need to get out of anything. I already have.
What have you gotten out of? You seem... If I'm looking at this correctly, this seems really bad.
Yeah, but, this isn't where the action's at. You know what I mean? This isn't what the real story's about. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Not exactly.
Look, the real bad guy, which I'm sure you know, because you've been following me around for the last 20 years of my life, spying on me, you goof. The real bad guy was, Charity's clone, and between you and me, I've dispatched with that fella. We're good.
You've gotten rid of the clone.
Yeah.
You've gotten rid of the heir. Is that true?
Yeah. So, whatever the hell it was trying to do, she can't do no more. You know what I mean?
He blinks out immediately. And Hakari, Burbage has just been talking to nothing.
Notice the podcast can't see this, but notice what I'm...
Yes, the fingers toward the mouth.
Steepled fingers pressed up against your
Yes.
lips.
You're doing a full
I've
Mr.
adopted
Burns.
sort of a therapist attitude of just like, no one's crazy here. No one.
Beautiful, yeah.
But also,
you know.
who the fuck you talking to, buddy?
Wait, has anybody else ever seen Eldon?
I don't think so.
Shit. That's fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, you two then ponder if there's any sort of last minute. My bottle fell over. If there's any sort of last minute plans that you have for trying to escape or something, or just sit contemplatively and
Andy,
do something. Yes.
You have made it very evident that there is no escaping this jail for us. Not without our friend's help. So we're just going to sit here and rot until your machinations unfold. Okay?
You do you.
Yeah.
It's an open world. There are ways to do most anything.
Yeah, I guess ways that include not screaming and drawing
making a racket.
attention and taking our sweet old time escaping. I guess that's what you're going to say? That in this open world of yours, our actions have consequences?
Crazy. You're crazy, Andy.
I'm sorry. What was I thinking? You're correct.
Rachel.
So, the rest of you.
Somewhere at this point, Charity just sort of slowly. Don't know, just felt the need to do that for some reason.
So the rest of you, let loose in Vagelter. What would you like to do today? And if you're just sort of waiting on the costumes or the attire, and head to the ball, whatever you'd like, we can speed that up.
So, what time would Charity and or Clem, if we're going to go, if Alec thinks the clothes will be ready by 5,
Yes.
and then we're going to need to obviously change makeup and hair, etc. What time do we think we're realistically probably going to be getting to the keep?
6:30ish.
6:30.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little before dinner.
I think that as we're maybe moving generally, I don't know, back towards Yummy Tummy Hot Pot, unless anyone had a specific place they wanted to go, but just because that's also back towards where Alec's place is. I feel like Charity wants to keep an eye out for thieves' cant that would indicate like a jobs board or like a dead drop for like the kind of contracting of, I need this done. It's not legal. But, like, here's the job, here's the cash.
To fulfill a job or to hire someone to do a
hire
job?
someone.
Okay. Yeah, give me a perception check as you're walking through the city here.
Love to once I get back to my character sheet. Nope, not persuasion. Though I rolled a nat 20 on the die.
We'll go with that, sure.
Okay, so that'll be a 22 to perception. It's a 2 modifier for me, plus 2 more for 24.
All right, with a 24. It doesn't take too long to spot a bit of thieves' cant that actually seems to lead you to more thieves' cant. And essentially a sort of thieves' cant symbol that says that exactly, jobs board, thieves for hire, around the corner in the back of this place. So if you want, you can kind of go into the alleyway and head back toward this area if you'd like. The street itself is pretty busy and pretty crowded. And again, Stormbringer especially is kind of getting weird looks. And
I look like a completely normal large human woman.
yeah, a small child throws a couple berries at you and runs
That's
away.
not nice.
Oh, God! Mom, it's a demon!
as I sit here and I'm like, oh, what things can I do to a child just to freak them out? And I'm like, fatal, fatal, fatal. Makes them better at things. Fatal, 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 fatal. Huh. Fixes their shit. I might just, as they're running away, they're just going to hear a bunch of ravens cawing near them.
He's running, screaming through the streets.
Attend to your child. They seem to be having some sort of an attack.
Come this way, Timothy.
Really?
That's not the emphasis you put on that name.
Timothy is his name. Thank you very much, gnome.
You're welcome, Melissa.
As soon as Charity hears her going for Timothy again, there's just going to be redoubled ravens around her. Oh, now you're having some sort of attack. Perhaps it's hereditary. Off you go.
Do you see why I didn't want to come back to this shitty town?
We're pretty, that wasn't really the question, honestly, once I was in here. Charity's gonna quickly, write down, just sort of if we're off to the side of the street a little bit, looking like he's making notes. But sort of, I'm trying to think of how to say this. Crouching down, but not so it sort of looks like he's showing Clem the notebook, but just crouching down like someone who's been walking a lot and is like, okay, I'm gonna just squat here for a second, and looks like he's just taking some notes, and he's gonna essentially write out, around this corner in the alley there is a thieves job posting board. It might be possible for us to go in and see if we could hire some criminals to create a bit of a fuss, generally, at the ball. Might distract the guards a little.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you want them to create a fuss inside the ball?
Perhaps
or
on the,
outside?
Perhaps on the perimeter?
What kind of fuss we talking?
I mean, they could just try to rob guests arriving.
Oh, that sounds great. Can we get in on that?
I think in this case we'll probably be just employing them to do so.
So, okay, that's fine. Everything just costs money now that I'm not in the forest, so...
It's okay, I have money.
And do I guess the other thing I would say, Andy, is does Charity think that this might be a plausible course of action, given what he's seen in the city?
With enough coin, certainly. But it probably is going to be pretty expensive for a thieves guild to kind of revolt a little bit against the guards and the lords and ladies of the town. Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think if there's anything else he'd be looking for. And Charity's gonna think, I think it would be very expensive. The only problem I also don't know is they may just honestly get slaughtered. Maybe we keep it in mind? Move on? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really want to be responsible for a bunch of thieves' deaths. I don't mind being responsible for a bunch of rich people getting their goods taken from them, but this is tough. I don't really want to trade one person's death to save another.
I might do this if there's kind of a dead drop version of it. I might just circulate the information, like gates open at this time, dinner is at this time, people are probably going to be concentrated like on the dining area, etc. And you'll also probably have if anyone is trying to get there after 7, they're probably going to be hurrying, so they might be more ambushable, and just sort of leave it as a tip. instead of actually employing. Just try to give it a
Sure thing,
nudge.
yeah. Yeah, as you sort of go around the corner, you see just sort of hanging on a wall a string of chalk and a little blackboard, actually very similar to the one you have with Absalon Frey. And if you kind of write some of that down, you see it sort of erase, and you write a little bit more, and it erases on its own, and that sort of thing. And you seem to be contacting someone about all this information.
Yeah, so just Charity would suggest that, yeah, dinner is apparently supposed to start at 7. It's supposed to be, ritzy. Probably most people are going to be focused then. And also, like, anyone who's late at that point will probably be hustling. So post 7 might be the best time to start some shit.
Okay. Very nice. Anything else today as you
Yes.
go through the city? Yes.
Clem would like to... Sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. There's a butthole in my face.
For those in the podcast, it's a cat. Just to make sure everyone.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Clem would like to find would like to split off from the group and just try and be alone, and maybe find if there's like a patch of nature, like a park or something, where she could just not be around people.
Sure. If the other group lets you leave them. Yeah.
Yeah, fair. I mean, I would say, hey, so it's been a really long time since I've been around so many people. And it's been a really long time, what seems like, since I've been able to be alone again. I just thought it might be nice to clear my head before we go do all this.
Yeah, you could go sit in our room at the place we're staying.
I was kind of hoping for like some trees.
It's made of wood.
That's a fair point. Maybe live in wood.
But what's really alive? Cheryl.
She watched me sleep for like 4 weeks.
Does that mean you're not going to let me go?
Okay, how about you go and we go with you, but from a distance of a couple of yards.
Could the distance be a little bit more than a couple of yards?
That's,
Okay, you can have 3 yards.
that's 60 feet.
No, 30. 30 is the max I can do.
His voice as well.
I don't even
What
know.
if we tell you that 30 feet is more than 60 feet?
Cheryl, we know how to count.
Yeah, I know. All right, but don't talk to me.
Okay. Wave or shout loudly if you need help.
I think I'll be okay in a park.
Maybe.
Nobody knows who the hell I am, so
Maybe.
yeah, that's fair. So can I find a park where I could be 30 feet away from them?
The spot you know very specifically, the parks are all like kind of fenced off, and rich people own them essentially. So the best place you can go,
Place sucks.
yeah, there's a really nice spot though, like on the kind of on the corner down here, of in front of He Who Smelt It Blacksmithing. It's a really nice spot where you can actually kind of sit on the dock, and as you look out, you can't see any other humans. You just look out onto clear, crisp ocean. You hear the birds. It's actually a pretty quiet part of town. That's the spot you mostly go to when you kind of want to reconnect with nature a little bit. If you've ever been here.
I had to reach for the push to talk, so it was late, but He Who Smelt It was pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good job, fucker.
Hey, Andy.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just walk over and kind of sit with my back to Charity and Stormbringer,
Okay.
and just try and breathe in some less city air and
Yeah.
listen to some nature sounds. And I'm gonna pull out my little clockwork toy that I have never quite gotten to work. Just gonna tinker with it some. Just gonna try and be alone and listen to nature. And work on my little clockwork, buddy.
All right. About 10, 15 minutes into that, Charity and Stormbringer are just standing by. Charity and Stormbringer, you see a dwarf approaching behind Clem. They're not like trying to sneak up or be silent or anything. And you can see that there's like soot on their hands, a large hammer at their side, probably a blacksmith of some sort. And they come up to the left side of you, Clem, and then just kind of sit down next to you.
Oh, Jesus, I was just hoping to be alone. No offense.
We heard you were back in town. And you look over, and it's the dwarven blacksmith known as Grakilm Brightmaster. And Grakilm says, "It's a little rude that you didn't come say hi to us."
I'm not really me anymore, so this wasn't like a pleasure trip. I didn't really plan on seeing nobody. I thought maybe the beard would make me blend in a bit.
It does. I don't recall you having a beard. And by the way, are those two looky-loos?
Yeah, they're
looking
with
good?
me.
All right. Just making sure.
How are you doing?
Not bad.
Who told you I was back?
Libby. Her friend saw you at one point. She's doing fine, by the way. Libby is. Growing up. Getting bigger. Swinging the
than me?
hammer. Huh?
Bigger than me?
A little bigger. She's a dwarf. She's swinging the hammer herself now. Not quite as good as you. You always were good with your hands.
Still am. Though they're a little bloodier now.
Sure.
It's mostly animal blood.
So why are you here?
Is this a person that I feel like I was close with and I can trust? Or is this somebody that, like,
It's
hard to say?
slightly hard to say. He's always been very nice to you, and he taught you many things, sort of growing up under Siren. However, he's mostly Siren's friend, and sometimes those are not the most trustworthy people, though he's always been nice to you and always seemed safe.
I made some new friends. Decided that maybe my hermitage was over. And we're going to the ball.
The Miller's Ball.
Yeah. We're fancy now. Can't you tell? I'll point at my very dirty clothing in many bags.
You want to borrow an apron or something?
Now we got it taken care of.
Okay, that's fine. Well, I hope your friends are kind to you.
They surprisingly really are. Actually, they're probably some of the nicest people that seem to like me and not just what I can do for them. It's weird.
Huh.
I don't know what to do about it yet.
Don't know if I can trust kind fuckers myself.
One of them's a piece of shit. I like him, but
there we go, finally. Now, the piece of shit you can trust to be a piece of shit, and I don't mind that.
Right? You always know he's gonna be a piece of shit. He's gonna do something shitty.
Right. That you can trust.
The other ones, some of them are just really nice. What do you do with that?
Sometimes nice people are just out for something. Sometimes nice people are just trying to like you. If I remember right, you don't love to be liked that much.
Yeah, but I'm getting old. Maybe things change when you get old.
I'm about 200 myself. I can assure you, they don't change. Your view of things changes, though, quite often.
Wow, you're really fucking old, I forgot.
Yeah, I'm pretty
How are
old.
you still standing? Why aren't you just a skeleton turned into dust?
Listen, not that old, alright? And I keep my head down, which is probably what you should be doing, Cheryl.
Jesus, even that much?
Just saying. You know, you are quite popular here. Lots of people know you. Not for all the best reasons, I might add. Just be careful.
You saying I shouldn't have come back?
Yeah, you shouldn't have come back. It's probably dangerous for you.
What if I tell you that they can't tell you why, but it's for a good reason?
Well, you've never lied to me before. I trust you. Is there anything you need?
Yeah, you got any good weapons you could just let me have? I don't really have a lot of money being up in the mountains for, a while.
I mean, I have a short sword that some fancy lord's son was supposed to pick up, but he get this, he was in a traveling theater troupe and he just left. Didn't even pick it up. I'm not gonna fucking wait around. If you want it, it's yours.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah. Wait here, I'll go get it. And he'll stand up and kind of crack his back a little bit and walk away from the dock. And again, immediately as you look out across the ocean, the sounds of the city sort of dim, nice sea breeze in your face. It's nice. You forgot how nice it was at this particular spot. He comes back as a, sort of, 2 to 3 foot ish package that's pretty well wrapped in a cloth. And he says, well, it's yours. If you need anything before your time here is done, that's fine. If not, maybe send me a letter now and then, eh?
Libby is, I'm guessing, like his daughter or apprentice or something.
Yep.
I'm looking through my inventory and I have some old coins. That's all I wrote there. I don't know exactly. But I'm going to take them out and I'm going to hand it to him and I'm going to say,
Are these the coins of the forest?
no, I just have a
Okay.
thing that says old coins.
Okay,
I
cool,
do have
cool.
the coins of the forest as a separate thing. I promise.
Good. Yeah, you take them out, yeah.
And I'm going to hand it to him and I'm going to say, tell Libby I'm sorry. Give her my best and give her these from me. I think she might find him interesting. I know she likes old metal.
Yeah, she'll love these. That's from Banya, that one is. Huh. That's wild. Don't see many of them. All right. I'll leave you be. Sorry to interrupt. Go back to your tinkering. Just, And he then gets very serious. His eyes kind of slacken and you just see all the wrinkles on his face sort of form again. Just be careful what you tinker. Okay? This time.
I promise. Once whatever's going on is over, I'll come and visit.
That you should. All right. He'll kind of slap his leg, stand up, and head into an alley behind Hughes Smelted Blacksmithing. Charity and Stormbringer, you see all this interaction unfold. You can't. He's pretty hush hush. You can't quite hear everything here, but yeah. What would you like to do then? How much longer would you like to stay?
I figure I would stay after he left, maybe 10 more minutes on my own,
Okay.
and then walk back over to them.
All right. Anything else to do before we pick up clothes?
Is there a way down to the water line here, or any sort of along?
Right. Yeah. So this area, kind of the walkway, is essentially raised, and about a 20 foot drop are some rocks and some sand. It's not super far down if you wanted to get down there.
And is there anyone really around here that's looking out this way?
Only a passerby now and then, but no one stationary, at least.
Okay. I'm just loading up on distractions here. I'm gonna float down, which I can just pop wings out as a bonus action.
All right.
And I'm going to take a small pouch off of my belt and sprinkle a pinch of the dust of dryness, which will take a 15-foot cube of water into a marble and pop it into my pouch, and I'll sprinkle another one, pop it into my pouch, and sprinkle one more and pop it into my pouch.
All right, you have 3 marbles of 15 cubic feet of seawater in your inventory. Love it.
That is just an absolute shit ton of water, by the way.
That's a lot of water.
But yeah, so with that, Cherry will sort of float back up and be like, all right, let's go get dressed.
All right, Stormbringer, anything you want to try or do? All right. So you head back to Alec's place. Knock on the door. He sort of kicks it open with one foot as he's like frantically sewing something. Yes. Oh, hello. Welcome back. I'm just finishing the touches on the headdress right now. You're going to look fabulous. It's amazing. So here, quickly, start putting these on. I'll start on the makeup first, and then we'll do the hair with the little person inside it.
Cheryl.
Cheryl. Sorry about that. Cheryl.
I suppose the only other thing that I might have done was if there was a place to essentially rent a carriage to take us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there certainly is. And that'll just be 10 gold.
Yes, a standard, nice, but
yeah,
I figure most people aren't walking up.
Right. So yeah, about a half an hour in, the carriage will arrive waiting for you then. And you're donning your attire. You're putting on the makeup that Alec is helping you with. And Clem, you are getting sort of woven into this really intricate hair.
Yeah, I would cast Enlarge Reduce to reduce myself.
For the design part of it, even?
Oh, no, just for once I get put into the hair.
It's fair enough. Yep. So you're sort of woven in and built into this, just kind of sitting on Stormbringer's head, which is very tall and very high up. Feels a little wobbly, but Stormbringer also feels very strong. And
I'm only 1.5 feet tall, so I can.
Oh yeah,
get little and in there. I also just really quickly wanted to discuss. We can do this in writing, but I just wanted to discuss it ahead of time. If perhaps like right before we're like getting out of the carriage or something, to have, if Stormbringer wants to take the transformation potion and just look a little bit more like human in color and build or something.
I look very human.
Maybe like more all the things. Just it's only 10 minutes, but I figure for like maybe getting in it'd be good.
Yeah,
to,
I think as long as it would like wear off in a way that's not like super like noticeable.
Yeah, I think it would just maybe be like slimming down of the muscles and maybe like changing of the skin tone slightly.
I think that's a really good idea.
Have gray skin.
I was just thinking that something that it wouldn't necessarily even be noticeable if you'd seen her like with the potion and then later without. Like if someone saw her at two different points of the party.
Right, but
it's
I
more
want it
just,
to be different enough that when she goes in with the ticket, that
and
they're
if someone's
like actually looking at
inspecting her, yeah, up close. Charity will also be using makeup, and actually is going to essentially do elaborate eye makeup over one eye, the one that used to have Behelet's mark on it, trailing into sort of a series of like teardrop marks, and also is going to finally affix a couple of chains sort of across his waistcoat of with small bells attached to them.
Lovely. Alec also comes up to you and presents you with a cane and says, I think this would look amazing. And it has a little bonus feature to it. And he twists the top of the cane and pops out a small bouquet of flowers.
Can I change what pops out, or
Well, actually, I don't even know how to get these back in.
Sure, you can just hand it to me. It's okay.
Here you
Thank you.
go.
It's a very lovely thought, and
It's a very nice black, smooth cane with a golden sort of handle. It makes you look that much austere.
so yeah, Charity will at least try to figure out how to put it back together.
Sure thing. Yeah, it takes a little bit, but you figure it out. It's not that bad. All right, and then you are off to the ball. So it's about 6:30 about this point as you're going through the streets. You get a couple of the commoners throwing like tomatoes at the carriage and stuff, and but your driver is very well dressed, a half-elf man who is just ignoring all of the commoners around him, pulling up to the large gates of the city's castle ward area. And as he passes through some large gates, just as people are waving him by, they shut behind you. And on both the left and the right side are just fields of manicured green grass with a few trees here and there. This, Clem, this is really what you needed. This is nature as pristine as it can be, though heavily manicured, as pristine as you can get in the city.
So, and this is behind a set of gates?
Yeah, not like gates meant to really keep people out, more just to dissuade people from...
Is it also walled around the outer perimeter?
Not quite, no.
Okay.
Just sort of a series of gates.
So the gates just are blocking the roadway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you move up the green, which is this area, and you're hearing birds chirping. The din of the city falls behind you, and it's starting to get dark out. As you approach the main walled gates, then, of the castle itself, you see tiny little sparkly, almost like firefly bugs, though you can't... They glow for a second, and then as soon as they diminish their light, you can't see a bug at all. It's almost like just the light of these bugs is still clinging on to the air around you here. Can
I try to catch one from inside Stormbringer's hair in a little jar?
Absolutely, yes. Stormbringer, you're leaning out as the carriage is going, kind of just looking around at the beautiful area, and yeah, you're starting to just kind of actually have a nice little time trying to catch a little bug here and there. Give me a dexterity check.
Lovely.
13. Yeah, you can't quite seem to catch a bug, though you swear you caught a light. But by the time you opened your hand, it was gone. It was nothing.
Do I think this is a magical effect?
Seems like it. Yeah, off the top of your head, yeah. You would guess this is magical.
Oh, good. This is fine.
You reach the gates, the main gates of the place, and this is where they're looking at tickets, that sort of thing. And they ask each. You can tell by the several people that go before you, who are in much nicer carriages, by the way. You will have to sort of step out, present yourself. They will look at the tickets and then allow you to continue in, as the carriage then will turn around.
Would we do the transformation potion then?
If you want.
How long does that process seem to be taking?
Doesn't seem to be taking very long, no.
Yeah,
So-
this seems like a good time for it, I think.
Okay, so yeah, it would just be
At the
like,
last minute, essentially.
yeah, like right before we get out to, yeah, make your skin a little bit more humanish, and maybe just yes, humans can be muscular, but maybe just tone down the muscularity so you don't stand out so much.
Great. Met a lot of people who look like that.
All right, so you get up
We're trying to
To-
make you blend in.
to the gates and take what you'd like. Yeah, move whatever you'd like to do.
I will give you that potion.
Cool. I'm gonna check it real quick.
Okay.
I'm also trying to remember, is there anything, have we had indicated as to whether these tickets were for foreigners or locals?
You heard the name Von Eaglebottom, but other than that, you didn't know much information about
Okay.
it.
Well, and it's just, they mentioned that there were going to be commoners and things, or merchants, etc. at the party. So it did seem like it had a fairly wide...
It also did say Lord and Lady.
Yes,
So it
no,
sounds like
I remember
yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
this is a noble
Just a local
rank.
lord and lady, or should they put on a foreign accent or not?
Right, that you don't really
Actually, it
know.
doesn't even really matter because I know where I'm starting from, though, if there's also going to be merchants at this one. So
Actually, Clem, give me a history check.
Yes! 24.
Yeah.
24. With a 24, the Von Eaglebottoms, actually, you do remember the family name in the city. You've never met one, but you know it's a Gohonian family that's been around a while. Though they come and go a lot. So it's probably a Gohonian family, but it sounded kind of the way Gavin was talking about it, like they haven't been here for a while. And so it's easier to slip into people that don't look like them. If that makes sense. If that helps with that.
Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna want to seem you're gonna be Goholian. So keep that in mind. But you're not really from around here, but you still think you're above everybody. So remember that. Above everybody, not just in height, Stormbringer. Snow Mountain Baller.
Lady Eaglebottom.
That
And
one.
And as Charity's eyes have like reopened, there is essentially no warmth in them. Everything in his features just looks vaguely contemptuous.
Love it.
Let's get dealing with the guard over with.
And at this, the carriage stops. You are the doors opened, and you are asked to step out, showing your tickets.
Charity will get down and sort of extend his hand to help Stormbringer down.
Thank you.
Of course.
Madam, are you sick? Is there
No.
something that you should tell us?
I'm not sick. This is my
Oh.
voice.
It does not seem to me that it is your place to question the lovely lady's voice.
Yeah,
Tickets.
excuse me.
My
Moving on.
apologies, of course. Yes, the tickets seem in order, Von Eaglebottom, Lord and Lady.
There you go.
I do have to very quickly ask about the headdress. That seems like a third person.
That's my hairpiece. I'm fashionable.
I-
Have you never seen fashion?
Charity's gonna go. It is clearly an accessory.
And Clem is gonna kind of dance and move the hair a little bit.
Sorry, it is quite cute. I of course I did not mean
It's
to assume.
It.
Yes, very much so. It's a hair piece. that accentuates the loveliness of that which is underneath. Very sorry. And just give me kind of a intimidation or persuasion
From each of us, or
from either of you, whichever.
With
one.
advantage
Oh.
because of my beautiful dancing?
I'll say with
Charity's gonna do
advantage.
that.
Yeah, I'll say
Yeah.
with advantage.
sure. Persuasion or intimidation are the same. I feel like this is more of an intimidation play because I'm just trying to play the like
Okay.
haughty fucking noble to a T.
Yeah.
Nat 20
Oh my god.
without even rolling advantage, and then 27. I'm just gonna say, Charity was the one that everyone in the Lights of the Dark were afraid of, and he was trained to believe everyone was below him. This is not a long step
Not
for
a
him to slide
deception.
back into Caloran.
Fair enough. Then at this, the guard then turns to his friend and says, "You will need to alert the house guard that the hairpiece is part of everything. Please, just go." And the other one scurries off toward the sort of main keep of the place.
Clem shakes her butt a little.
Haha, it's delightful. You are welcome to continue in. Anything that you need from us?
No, Charity will sort of absent-mindedly look around and pull out a gold piece. It is a pleasure to see guards that are capable of understanding the realities of the situation.
My lord, I am humbled. Thank you very much. And you continue on in as you're walking up sort of the smooth stone walkway of this to the main keep area. You see several actually satyrs actually playing flutes and dancing around just a little bit in the courtyard area, jingling a few bells. And are you jingling as you walk a little bit?
Slightly, yes.
Then they'll sort of come up to you and sort of jingle along with you and then prance away. It is a weirdly pleasant event, if not filled with terrible people. And as you get up into the main entrance of this place, the guards are kind of looking over and they immediately sort of usher you inside. And give me 1 second to make sure. Ba-da-ba.
I like that his like space filler met the like rhythm of the song.
Yep. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Sorry, just placing Charity.
It's all black for me. Should it still be?
Yep, because you're not on here quite yet.
All
Oh,
I
I
can
see
see
my-
is
I see
me
my
and
character.
Bolly. I can't see anything else.
I see my token.
So down here, okay, can you see each other at all?
No.
I mean,
your
I
surroundings? a little bit?
Kinda can in a tiny
I-
little circle around myself, like I'm right by Clem now.
Oh, I don't
All I
see
can
anything
still
but
see
myself.
is just my token and Bolly's token.
I'm like
I see
on
my token in blackness.
top of you. Yeah.
Do
And when I
either-
say a tiny amount around me, I mean a tiny amount.
Yeah, you have dark vision. dynamic lighting.
That's why I just set everybody to have their own light.
Does this make you feel better, Rachel? It's not just you.
It's not just me that struggles.
How's that?
The same.
The same.
Is it really?
Yeah. Yeah, I had to just go and set everybody as a light that emits for 60
Oh,
feet.
hey.
How about this?
Yeah,
Now
I
we can see
stuff
things.
now.
And this looks
I
like it's
don't
a
know where
totally different
others-
map than
okay.
we were on before,
Beautiful.
based on the positioning of things.
Cool. Then yes. So you are up through the 8 Garrett area. You notice that each of the guards up front also had these sort of pet dragon things. If you've been in this area, Clem, you would know them as guard drakes. They're essentially sort of dragon dogs to a certain extent. And they sniffed you kind of up and down as you came in and seemed to think that you were okay. There's one more up ahead of you, guarding a door to the right. And then there's an area up ahead that looks kind of open to you, where a lot of people are gathering. What would you like to do? Feel free to move around as you wish.
So the tips that we'd had so far suggested that down would probably be that it's referred to as the dungeon of the keep that doesn't have a dungeon.
Correct.
So we'd be looking for a teleportation circle or something else that could get you to that tower out there, and quite possibly that's down.
Theoretically, yes.
Does everything here, I would also say Charity would probably be quickly scanning. Are these guards behaving like guards at a rich person party and guests behaving like guests at a rich person party?
Seems like it.
Okay, like nothing seems out of the ordinary here so far.
Correct.
So probably just proceed in.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. The music is light and airy as you step up and step into the area. If you want, I can just move your tokens around too, if you'd like.
Because Roll20 hates me, so
No worries.
So there was a door to the
it
back
makes everything run very slowly.
right that had a guard drake on it and seemed like another guard.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then I'm seeing, I guess you're going to describe what's in here.
Right, yeah. So you see now a fairly large room, sort of roughly hewn, with a large symbol in the middle of the room, and there are stairs going up to the sort of northeast of the room, north of the room, and then looks like stairs going down to the sort of bottom right, or sort of southeast of the room. And the stairs going down have several guards and a guard drake there as well. And people are just kind of milling around at the moment as the music is playing.
Does the symbol on the floor look like a teleportation circle?
You can give me an Arcana check.
Yeah, those are my specialty. I rolled a 15.
It's hard to tell. It looks like a symbol carved into the rock itself. There's some thing that kind of looks like runes, but doesn't appear magical. And there are people standing on it, certainly.
Given that I've seen the teleportation circles in Isrek Devir's fortress and
Yes.
Where Pelatoth was hanging out, does it look like a teleportation circle to me, or?
Give me an Arcana check with advantage.
Blech. I'm gonna use one sorcery point to re-roll that.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Damn.
For a 26.
Okay, with a 26.
Oh, actually, technically 30. Sorry.
Jesus. Okay. 30. Wow, 30. It is specifically made to not look like magic. However, it is incredibly magical. It has to do with the same school as teleportation. However, this is a summoning circle.
Oh, good.
This is not a teleportation circle. With a 30, that's what you get.
Any sense of what it might summon?
There are runes here that suggests that something demonic from a hell of some sort.
Cool, good, great.
Now, also that you're sort of looking at it and seeing it, the magics actually feel pretty new, as in the magic has been sort of released on this thing. I don't mean released, I guess. The magic has been activated on this thing within the last 5 to 10 years.
Okay, so it's been active recently.
Right, it's been active, and it's a newer sigil.
Okay, so that there might have been something there before, and then it was magically enhanced, or it was just put in wholesale within the last few years, and then it's also been used within the last few years.
Yeah.
Cool, good, great. I hate it. Charity is also gonna. I will carry over with the sort of the crit hit part of that.
Sure.
That I'm going to scan that and just sort of quickly keep moving, so that I don't look like I'm like, oh.
Totally.
Oh crap. So does this just sort of look like everyone is milling around, party going?
Yeah, right. At this time,
Can I keep an eye on looking around to see if I recognize anybody?
Sure. Yeah, give me a perception check as you're looking around. A 12. It's kind of hard.
I'm gonna add +5 to it.
Oh, please.
So it's a 17.
17. With a 17, it's hard. You're looking around. Everyone's really nicely dressed. You didn't hang out with people as much when they were super nicely dressed like this. Their hair is all crazy. Their makeup is insane. However, you do see one person that you recognize. And that is a gnomish individual named Deet Dadi. I can type that if you want.
Yeah, you can.
Deet Dadi. And Deet, Deet would surely recognize you because you had to buy a lot of supplies from Deet. And also, you kind of screwed her over pretty badly by
that doesn't sound like me.
Changing her on a couple orders and then finally not needing a couple things. She probably lost a good chunk of business because of this. So that worries you. That not only does she recognize you, she will probably maintain a grudge if she sees you.
But I'm tiny. I'm like 1.5 feet and covered in cool costumery stuff and somebody's hair with a beard now.
And Deet is still haughty enough that she barely looks at you when she walks by. She stares straight at Stormbringer herself.
Can I
like the strained tone suggesting that something potentially awful is about to happen.
Yeah.
Can I pull out the Wand of Tears?
Yeah, it's a tiny wand of tears.
It just pointed at Deetity.
All right. As Deetity is walking away, she's got crackers sort of in her hand and a small glass of wine. She's sort of merrily like strolling away, and essentially what you see is, let me try to act it out a little bit. So
That
she,
was great.
so she just slumps all of a sudden, and is kind of looking very quickly then for a place to put the wine, and she gives it to a servant and begins trying to look for then a corner where she can excuse herself. Or you see tears and her face is all red then as she turns away. Give me a sleight of hand check, please.
No. That's a 6, friend.
It is a 6. Okay.
Can you flash a genius that?
I can up to 11, which I guess might be less of a failure, but still a failure. Maybe I'll do that so that it's an 11 and at least not under 10.
Okay. Stormbringer, you immediately see a guard moving toward you, dressed in very fine clothes, a long sort of brown coat that almost trails against the ground, but armed, pretty heavily armed as well. And he'll step up to you and, ma'am, your headdress should not be casting spells in here.
You don't understand fashion.
This is the palace of the king. If I see it again, you will be removed from the premises with extreme caution on our part.
I want to speak to your manager.
Madam, my manager is the king himself.
Stormbringer's turning into a Karen.
That won't be necessary. That won't be necessary. And Charity's just going to sort of like reach in for sort of like some papers, etc., and sort of roll them up. And bed.
And Clem is just gonna kind of be like, huh.
I apologize. The hairpiece will behave better. Thank you for your work in keeping the honorable citizens of Vagelter safe.
It is my pleasure. And sir, if you don't mind, teach your woman to keep her tongue in her mouth when addressing a guard.
I'm gonna pull your tongue out of your mouth.
Excuse me.
You're not excused.
And you're definitely now drawing the attention of a couple more nobles and folk are starting to look at this now. Madam,
What?
I apologize. Please, enjoy your evening.
Great. Thank you. I appreciate the apology.
God, I really want a Wand of Tears him too.
Please don't.
I won't.
Well, that's not the spell right? That didn't trigger. It was the flash of genius that triggered, right?
No, I think it was me using
It was
the wand.
The wand, yeah. The use
Oh.
of the wand.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't think Flash of Genius is a spell. Is it?
It's not
Not a
visible,
spell.
I don't think.
Yeah, I think it's just an ability you have. All right, so what would you like to do now? It seems like you're standing out a little bit and you're getting attention.
Sorry.
Is there...
Can I just whisper down really quickly, like, because I'm, on top of Stormbringer's head?
Huh?
Can I just whisper down? I'm sorry. It was just somebody who didn't like me that might recognize me, so I tried to distract them. I won't do it again.
You're fine.
It was hilarious. Do I see... a doorway or anything else, like where a door would swing open and like swing to?
Swing like toward you if you opened it, or?
No. Like a door that would be accessible, or I think would be opened or closed at some point.
There's a set of double doors up at the northern end here. And it looks like every once in a while people are waiting for something to happen up here.
Like they're sort of they're doing that party thing where they're talking, but they're also angled to look that way.
Yeah, sort of waiting an announcement or something from there.
What is this yellow thing? It's the only
It's
one.
just light. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I also forgot to ask Clem, what was the other potion you rolled?
Flight.
Good to know.
Probably just sort of grab some refreshments and kind of try to watch. So of the
Try to blend in.
yeah, just try to at least not provoke further people looking at us. So we've seen 4 doors or stairways, essentially 4 exits, besides the big open main one that we came through.
Yes.
3 of them have guards on them.
Yes.
One is a door that has a guard on it. One is a stairway going up in the northwest that has a guard on it. One is the stairway going down in the southeast that has 2 guards and a guard drake on it.
Yes.
And then there's the one up that people seem to be waiting for.
Yes. Correct.
Okay.
Yep. A few chandeliers in the room start to kind of swing slowly, and now they're just spinning. And as the chandeliers are spinning individually,
That seems like a hazard.
all 4 of them begin to sort of turn around each other, hovering about 20 feet in the air. It's lovely. And at this, a few claps and oohs and ahs come from the partygoers. A noble passes by very quickly, grabs the arm of a noble next to you, Stormbringer, who's just kind of drinking some spirit of some sort, grabs them and kind of scurries them away and says, "Oh my god, she's coming." Oh, can you believe she would talk to any of us? And at this, a sort of young-ish woman in a seafoam dress that's incredibly large and dragging on the ground. You can immediately tell cheaply made. Sort of rushes over to you and, "Oh, aren't you having a good time, all of you? It's beautiful here. It's amazing, really. I'm sorry. What's your names? I'm Terrawin."
Charity is instantly going to message into Stormbringer's head, "Remember the invitation, and quietly."
I'm Lady Snow Mountain Baller, Eaglebottom, Von Eaglebottom.
That's quite a name.
Try.
Lovely name you are. I'm Terrawin, and this hunk of meat next to me is Briley. He's a lovely man, though he doesn't talk. And we were invited tonight. I own a small textile business that's doing fairly well, and I'm very, very happy to be here. And I'm
That's
very
good.
happy to meet you.
Yeah, we were also invited.
I assumed. Yes, of course. That's lovely.
20 insight.
20 insight. This person is not used to fine things at all. You can tell they're exactly what they're looking at. And honestly, they can't take their eyes off of the headdress of Stormbringer, which again looks like sort of blood dripping down almost from this piece of with lots of like red dark beads that are almost obscuring Stormbringer's eyes at times. She's fascinated by it, and no one else is really looking too hard because it would be uncouth. So from all of that, you gather this person doesn't really belong here necessarily, and might be one of the commoners or merchants that you heard were coming to the party.
Okay, and sorry, I've had a long Friday so far, so it's I'm not sure that verbally I'm going to get what I'm trying to get across, so I want to couch
Sure.
what Charity's going for.
Gotcha.
She seems incredibly earnest and like she does not understand what's going on. Right? Like to Charity's eye, who's used to picking a mark out. It's like, oh, here's a bright flashing one.
Yes.
Charity I want to talk to her in a way that the other nobles hearing it might be able to assume or infer, because that's their assumption anyway, that I'm mocking her in some way, but I'm not actually trying to mock her. By which I mean,
Right.
Charity is not even trying to do this in a way that she would pick up on or anything else. It's more I picked up on them moving away, and it's oh, okay, they don't think she should be here. She's a jumped up commoner. Let's play this, but also get information from her, because this is probably the one person here who's relatively safe to talk to.
Nice. Yeah, I totally get that.
It's like, yes, I imagine it must be quite exciting to be here. Tell me, what are you looking forward to? What do you know of the keep?
Oh, well, I sort of assumed the king lives here.
Really?
'Cause this is a ballroom of some sort. We're supposed to eat, but I don't see any tables. I don't know, it's all just quite fascinating. I think I'll walk about and see what I can find. So,
Indeed.
it's been very lovely to talk to you, and I hope that we get to meet again.
Of course.
Lovely. And she'll scamper away just a little bit. And as she kind of passes these nobles over here, one of the nobles says, "Oh, darling, where did you get that dress? I must have it." She says, "Oh, this thing is, well, it's lovely, isn't it? It's a friend of mine in the Tailors Guild owed me a favor, and just kind of threw this together last minute for me, and I think I look rather smart and pretty." "Oh, that you do. You look very, very smart and pretty. That's exactly the words I was going to say."
Finger just keeps twitching over Fireball.
She eventually, kind of skitters away, and these two break up down laughing. And even this guard is snickering as well as he overheard it.
Charity is going to try to, especially as she's moved away and is like out of attention range to this, sort of try to give them a knowing smile.
Lovely. Lovely.
Yes.
And at this, let's turn over to Burbage and Hakari real quick then.
Yes, we're still despondently sitting in our cell. The end.
Pretty much.
Which is totally fine. I just wanted to double check. It's been all day now. You've given up a lot of hope here of what could be going on.
To be clear, Burbage is not despondent, as I described earlier.
Right.
He's
Yes, he is contemplative and happy for the most part, but
Delightedly resigned.
Right. Delightedly resigned to his situation.
Yes.
Enyor eventually comes back, and she kind of stands at the front of the bars and is just looking down, not making eye contact with you.
Hey, how about this? And your end and out the other.
I'm laughing.
It's funny, Burbage. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have to tell you, I was not successful in retrieving a key or finding another way to loose your restraints or get you out of here. You'll notice no guards have been to visit you again. That's because they've decided to kill you tonight.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay, thought this would be harsher news.
Hey, how about this? Enyor, I hardly executed her.
That's horrible. Are you really okay with dying?
I've died like 3 billion times already. So at this point, I'll just,
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah. She's got a whole thing. And I've got many things. But yeah, I think I did my part. I think I feel pretty good about whatever happens. And,
You reminded me of my daughter. She was...
Cool story, brah.
No, really do tell the story. It might be cool.
She was... That's funny. I can't recall, actually, why you remind me of her.
That's sad.
Who, me?
Yeah. She had dark hair. I remember, I think. We called her Little something. And at this, you see tears immediately starting to stream down her face. I'm so sorry. I don't exactly know why I'm crying. That's odd. I'm so sorry. I just thought I would let you know, at least. I'm sorry I couldn't do more.
Does any of what she just said, ring a bell for Burbage?
Not necessarily, no. Nothing so far, yeah.
Burbage is going to try to be a friend to Enyor. As somebody who has had a fraught relationship with his own memory multiple times throughout his life, he's going to get up and limp over to the bars and look in her eyes and say, "Stick with it just a bit longer. I can tell that there's some sort of memory right there. If you could just try to recover it, you might find it."
I'm not typing anything. Vicky, Stormbringer, Nola, Clay.
And roll 20 action.
Although I did type something to Hakari. She says, I'm trying to. I can't quite seem to latch onto it. It's like I'm chasing it. Is that odd? Shouldn't I know my own daughter? My own child?
Well, yeah, you'd think so, but I've encountered a lot of odd things as far as memory is concerned. If my pal Charity were here, he could give some guidance on you. I don't know that one. I don't know any of them.
Indeed. Anyway, I am so sorry. Is there anything I can do for you before they come?
I don't know, maybe like a last meal. Do you do those?
I could see what I could find. What would you like to eat?
Do you have any pancake milk?
Ankeg milk? That's odd. I don't believe so.
Yeah, it's a bit of a deep cut, but I thought I'd ask anyway.
It's a bit of a toxin, but
I can try to find some milk. I'll do my best. Good night. I guess goodbye. And she'll very solemnly lower her head and begin to leave.
Yeah, I probably could have helped her with her memory, but I'm too defeated and tired due to someone who shall remain nameless. This jail broke my spirit.
Is it me?
And it's also getting late in game.
In game.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's getting
In
late.
game, it's getting very late.
As in the late Burbage
For
and
Hakari,
Hakari.
Darcy.
All right. So you sit there now, starting to contemplate. At some point, they'll come for you. And why don't we go ahead and end there for this evening?
Oh, what a terrible note to end on. Can I at least... Maybe... Can I think of... Anybody have a third joke that Burbage could say to Enyor as she leaves? I already used...
Something
know
about enuresis?
Nope. Nope. I don't think any of the jokes have made it better, and that one sure won't. Nope.
Sure, I mean, it's really there in the
like it, though.
name.
Oh, hey, Enyor!
Yes.
Just thought you should know that you remind me of someone too.
Who's that?
Well, there's this halfling back home in Diefield named Orson Scott Card, and he wrote a book called Enyor's Game. And
Wow.
and it was a pretty good book, but then we all found out that he was a homophobe. And so we don't like the book as much now. That's all, Enyo. You know,
What did you call me?
what?
My name is Elian.
Could you say that one more time?
No, I'm sorry. It is Enyor.
Honestly, Andy, there was a little like glitch in the connection. What did she say?
Yeah, we couldn't hear what you said.
Oh, sorry. Oh well. See you next time.
Fuck you!
Bye, everyone.
You said Elian.
She said,
Elian.
my name is Elian.
My name is
Elian.
Elian. So
Elian.
some memory was erased and coming back.
Interesting.
Darcy was about to go and slap Amy.
No, I'm just like... Yeah, I'm like, I'm too tired for this. You broke our spirit.
I love it.
Sorry.
Broken people. But I think then we'll end there on that note, which is a totally different note than we ended on a moment ago. Galway, we have some scheduling coming up. Would you like to talk about that? As we get ready to go.
Next week on stream, twitch.tv/helpfulgoat, if you're checking this out on YouTube. We will have on Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Spire. On Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern, we will have Tyr Moontree Isle in what very much looks like it is going to be sort of the concluding adventure of that campaign. Oof. And then Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern, we will have, if things go to schedule, the Moontree Isle epilogue, where we get to have the characters get to sort of enjoy some of the fruits of their labors and get to find out a little bit more about all of that. So please tune in for both of those. There'll be social media announcements and the rest, but I just want to make sure because we don't normally play at that time slot, but that was discussed.
Lovely. Please join us for that. And I think that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you, players, for going later than I was expecting, but for getting through it. And I love all my friends. Thank you for playing. We love all of you. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Lonely she walks down beside the green river. My lady she was, and I bend my knee. One divine, my seraph, my heart to deliver. She gives me a small flower that I call tomb lily. I white flower reminds me of me, lady, who descended for thee. When she leaves me sighing, leaves me into darkness, I call to my love, please return back to me. For she gave me a child and departed as I smiled, but me only, me lonely, is a